Welcome back to no longer the Bean Apple, now the Fantasy Slant. So we're switching it up. We're going to capitalize on our fantasy knowledge and experience, and all of the great advice that we've given out now for what 2 years now, every Sunday morning, just helping people crush it. So might as well leverage what works, right? So we're going to be analyzing this draft for the entire show. For the first round for this whole show, the impacts that we expect a lot of these to have fantasy wise for quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, defenses, the whole gambit we're going to run through and kind of, guys to keep in mind, guys to target on teams now with these additions, things of that nature. And we're going to break down what's going on with those teams as well, kind of like we do every Sunday morning. So a lot of big news since we've been together. Newest Jet, Aaron Rodgers. Lamar Jackson just got his new contract.
Mac Jones in New England.
Mac Jones is still in New England.
Mac Jones still in New England.
And Danny Dimes making lots of dimes, right?
That's right.
A lot of stuff to talk about as we roll into this. So let me get the chat open, and we're gonna have.
Like Travis already said hello, man.
Yep. So we're gonna have plenty of guests coming on the show lined up. So. We'll keep an eye out for that as their teams roll in. We'll bring them in and introduce everybody. So, Carlos, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. Yes, it is luscious now that I'm retired. Yeah, it's another thing that happened since I've seen you guys last. Luscious beard.
Luscious.
Yeah, so no longer an Air Force guy. So technically yes, but not really. So. Yeah,
I still haven't hit puberty yet, so I can't grow a beard. So
man, I got to shave this thing every day.
One of these days, John.
Soon, Jim. Soon, I feel.
Yeah. So now, Jim, I'm going to assume, like last year, that you'll have the screen before everybody else does, the information before everybody else does, since for some reason your cable seems to be well ahead of everybody else in the country. So,
well, listen, I moved down to Philly Nation down here, so I don't know what's going to happen here.
Oof.
I mean, when I live near New York, I understand why I would get everything first class, but now that I'm down here, it might be second rate. So, we'll see.
Geez. All right. Well, hopefully not. So, because I'm relying on you for the breaks on this one. So, Travis, thank you. It's a good club to be in. I got to be honest with you. Lot less stress overall, even though learning this new job is very stressful, but still no phone calls at 9:00 at night. And it's a great thing. So I'm enjoying the civilian life so far. So cheers to that.
Hold on. Yeah. Hey, let's have a welcome back, and here's to a great draft, right?
Absolutely.
All right. We got chocolate milk there, John?
It's the whole puberty thing.
Yeah, if you keep drinking milk, it puts hair on you. I think that's what
it's a hormone drink. Don't judge me right now.
Or what is it from?
So the question I have is for Travis: is he not even in the top 5? Where are the Jags picking this year?
Jags,
what is it like 20, not to pick 1, 2, or 1?
24.
24
for the Jags.
Cow.
Yeah, right.
What does that feel like?
That's got to feel good.
I can tell you, but it just doesn't feel that way this year.
Yeah.
This is the first time I can remember that the Patriots are drafting before. I'll throw the Jags in. The Jags, Giants, and Jets. I'm usually laughing at you guys. What quarterback you guys going to bust on this year? Well, we were right somewhat about the Jets busting, obviously, now that they're paying Aaron Rodgers $71 million next year. But look at Trevor Lawrence, man. Travis, I'll tell you what, kudos to you. You're the probably one and only true Jags fan I know. Look, we're not talking about that. The Patriots beat you guys, I think, in the AFC Championship. Then you guys have Bortles as your quarterback, I want to say, right, Travis? Blake Bortles. Right in the AFC Championship game.
Good old days.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson.
We'll see. So let's talk about, as we're waiting here, and like I said, I don't have it on, so I don't even know when the commissioner's coming on. So
he's on right now. He's on right now. Yeah.
So do you see the blonde girl talking right now or no?
I don't. So I'm behind you.
All right, let's see.
You.
Let's figure out who's got what.
Here comes my
So
dog.
there's a guy with a Chiefs hat on right now.
Yeah, guy with a Chiefs hat, and I don't know who that is, but whatever. Now I'm seeing her. Oh, Heidi Gardner. I don't. Okay. I still don't know who it is.
So Jim's way ahead.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Eric Stone Street.
Okay. So what do you guys? So, Jim, we were kind of talking about it earlier. So there's a lot going on in the top of this draft, right? So you got 4 potential quarterbacks that are definite first rounders, but can go in the top 10, and cannot go in the top 10. So it's really weird to see the disparity this year. Like, you go back to the Trevor Lawrence year, and it was 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks without question in that one, right? So we kind of knew the way that was going. But now with now the rumors that Stroud is going to fall as well. So, I mean, it was looking 1, 2 quarterback, potentially all 4 in the top 10, and it is just getting more and more convoluted as we get closer to it, and we can't really get any closer than we are right now. We're in it, right? But
yes, we're here.
I mean, to see how this is going to shake out, is somebody going to come up for a quarterback? Is Stroud going to fall past? Is the Texans not going to take a quarterback again? I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know how you could.
I don't think they will, man. Honestly, I think Young's going to go 1. I think that's one of the no-brainers here. But I mean. Look, Arizona's not picking a quarterback, so I can see somebody trading up.
Yeah, but there is talk that they're trading out.
Right. That's what. Yes. That's what I meant. I'm sorry that they're at 3. I think CJ's going to go to 4 unless somebody jumps up and picks him at Indy. I think CJ's going to end up in Indy.
So you think the Texans are going to stick with Davis Mills again?
I think so.
I don't know how many opportunities you're going to have at the top of the draft like this to get a quarterback, though. That's what I mean. Like, that's what's going to make this so much fun is what is going to happen. No, you don't even know what's going to happen at the top of the draft. Like when does this happen? This doesn't happen, right? So really excited. So Carolina's on the clock, right? So they're at 9.5 minutes to go. I mean, this has got to be Bryce Young, right? So
yeah, I think so.
You can't really go any other way with that one. So we're just expecting that to happen. So as we wait for that, let's see. Panthers don't. So let me, John, let me ask you, being a Patriots fan, what does Aaron Rodgers mean to you now? Realistically, not from a Patriots point of view, but from an analytical point of view.
So, remember when we were talking a few years ago saying that the AFC East would be the toughest division in football? I think that truly will happen now. I think Buffalo is still Buffalo. I think they're still the team to beat. I think if Tua stays healthy, that's a huge if.
Yep.
If Tua can stay healthy and Aaron Rodgers plays better than he did. Oh, that's my puppy in the background, by the way. He's now 75 pounds. If Tua can stay healthy and the Jets can figure out their O-line, I'm not too concerned about Rodgers. But Joel and I know I bash you guys on our chat every day about their O-line, but that's a concern, man. That has to be a concern. So even if they draft, I'm still not sold on that. They need to get one of these guys that are still lurking out there in free agency. But what a division that could be! What a division that could be! Honestly, I don't think the Jets are the best team in the division yet. I have to see more of that O-line. And I'm sorry, when Hall went down, their running game went to shit. Very average. Very what were they, 24th, I think, in rushing last year. I don't blame the O-line just for that. I just don't think Michael Carter could handle that load, and they really didn't give him a chance, to be quite honest. So it's going to be interesting. I think if with Rodgers coming over, I don't blame the Jets for doing it. I would have taken if the Pats would have did it. He's you know what, you have to take a chance. The only caution I have is, like you were saying, Joe, in the chat earlier, what's their future going to be? Because you pay $71 million next year. I don't know what you got much room for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they're talking about restructuring everything.
Yeah, they did already, but the cap next year is $71 million because this year it's like $1 million.
They're working on a new restructured contract to take care of that, and I think it's supposed to push it out to like 2028 or something like that. So it's
2027.
Well, with the new contract that they're trying to do.
I thought that's what they were.
I don't know. There's something else that they're going to start negotiating.
Oh, okay.
To try to have a new contract in place before training camp to kind of spread that massive cap hit out. Because you can't survive on a $70 million cap. You can't even field a team. I don't even know how you put a team together. Like that's, veteran minimums alone would put them over
the Jets once again next year.
It's terrible, but. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see. Also, that's something I'm going to be watching as a Jets fan is how do the offensive linemen come off the board? Because if people are coming up to get quarterbacks, then maybe some of those top tier offensive linemen fall. And also, I'm going to be keeping an eye on wide receiver. I know that the Jets aren't talking about it's all offensive line, but trading away more. Mims not really developing into anything significant, and Corey Davis coming to the end of his tenure as a Jet. You're left with Wilson and Lazard, and there's really not a lot there that's awesome. Like Mecole Hardman, he's a gadget guy, right? Lazard showed that he's not a number one. He's a decent number two, but nothing special. So do the Jets take a chance on a wide receiver if there's the top guy sitting there? That's going to be an interesting question. Give Rodgers weapons. Like, how do you?
You still gotta block for him. How many? What's his completion percentage going to be when he calls Heiken and says throw it into the ground to avoid taking a hit or a sack? Or
I don't know. That's where it's really going to come down to if you're sitting there and there's already the top two offensive linemen off the board, but the number one wide receiver is still sitting there. Mm-hmm. Do you take it? How is their board valued? That's what I'm really interested to see, because are you going to complain about having the number one wide receiver in back-to-back classes? I don't know.
Yeah, but
that's nice, but the offensive line is a massive question mark.
And Carlos, I can't see the Texans doing that. I would take a chance with C.J. Stroud over Mac Jones, and
wow.
I would.
So.
Yeah. I think Mac Jones will be better this year with Billy O'Brien. I made a couple bets for some C notes that he's going to throw over 25 touchdowns because, quite honestly, he threw 22 his rookie year and he didn't play that well the last 5 games. That offense is going to be better. I'm not saying the Patriots will be better. I think they face an extreme uphill climb, but we also. You just never know. You don't know the chemistry in New York with him. You don't know if Tua's going to stay healthy. Look at when they lost Tua. That team was the worst team in the AFC.
Man, they were bad.
They were. I don't care who they signed with Jalen Ramsey or traded away. I don't care who they got for wide receivers. They're not winning without Tua. They're not.
No.
So, do I think the Patriots can upend and win the East? Absolutely not. It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It truly shouldn't. But I mean, just show me something in year 3 for Mac. Show a progression with a true offensive coordinator and not some hodgepodge group of friggin' guys that Belichick is always trying to outsmart everybody. And let's see what he can do because he played well under McDaniels. And
the pick is in.
Oh, boy.
Can't believe it took him this long.
So that's what I was just going to say. Did you not know what you were going to do 3 weeks ago? I mean, as soon as the clock goes in, give him the envelope. Well, what's the problem?
Right. We traded up. We know who we want.
10 minutes to put the envelope in, and then everybody starts clapping. Come on, just.
Yeah.
Bryce Young was betting his last official bet on DraftKings on football for himself, saying he was going to be the number 1 pick. So he couldn't answer. He couldn't answer the phone until he placed it.
They've just been waiting. Come on, dude, answer the phone.
Come on, man, answer. Hold on, I got to put a couple bucks on myself.
I got a busy signal. I got to call back. Hold on.
Yeah. No more call waiting on cell phone.
It's insane.
No, I honestly, if I was Carolina, I don't know if I would have went this way, but it has to be Bryce Young. His size is very concerning. It just is. You know, him and two are very similar in size, and um, I don't know. I mean, again, he's a Bama guy. You know how I feel about Bama quarterbacks. I love my Bama football. I love watching SEC Beast play every week, but man, when you have a depth chart of wide receivers that are the best in college football, I mean, I made a joke at work the other day. I could go out there at a young 52 years old and chuck some balls that can outrun defenders, and I could have pretty decent stats too. Probably throughout the first quarter or so, and then I'm dead. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My arm will fall off. I can barely throw a softball to my dogs now.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Here we
Eric,
go.
tell me if the soundboard works. Let's see.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Bryce Young. There you go.
So we got one right. We got one out of 32
We
right.
know what we're talking about.
Ladies
Tune
and gentlemen,
in every week.
How can you not come back during the season and talk fantasy with us?
Yes.
Look at that. We didn't even know. We didn't even get the call from Carolina. We knew.
That's the question. All right. So what do you think fantasy-wise? New quarterback. There's nobody there. Sam Darnold's still there, right?
No, Sam Darnold's in San Francisco.
Did I miss that?
Sam Darnold's in San Francisco.
Okay, so their quarterback.
Their quarterback is what? PJ Brown?
PJ Walker?
PJ Walker. PJ Brown. He's a basketball player. PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bryce is screwed. Really, is what we're going with.
He's got Adam Thielen. He's got Adam Thielen down there.
He's got Adam Thielen. You got an old aging wide receiver. You got Miles Sanders, a pretty good ball carrier. I mean, their defense should be decent. You know, they've been drafting defense forever now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me find out who their receivers are besides Thielen.
I'm actually surprised while you're looking for that Miles Sanders, the Eagles let him go. I mean, I know he had some injuries early on, but I was surprised. I mean, there's been rumors here, now that I live in Eagle country, but that Derrick Henry's coming here. Have either of you heard that? He's got the same agent as Brown, AJ Brown.
So they were saying Bruins called them about a trade for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it's been in the news all week down here that trade him for Henry.
I mean, that'd be great for him, but
yeah.
So we're looking at.
Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, no team wants to. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to predict something here that will scare the daylights out of the NFL. But I'm going to predict that Jalen Carter falls to 10 and Philly pounces all over him. That's John's super pick of the draft right there.
Interesting.
If he goes to Philly, that's a frightening team. Because let's see, DJ Shark, Adam Thielen, Terrence Marshall Jr., who hasn't done much, LaVisca, Chenault Jr., he's there, Hayden Hurst is your tight end. Nothing scary.
Because of his size in the NFL, had to go to Canada and then come back. But you're seeing the same playmaking ability. Doug Flutie, born King Stewart. Kurt Warwick talked about the ability to play from the pocket and play on schedule. We just saw that from Drew Brees. That's what you will get from Bryce Young. I mean, you can
7 touchdown passes in 2 years.
Stream Deck is
drafted first overall, as we remember a couple of years ago, and this was the moment when he was receiving the news.
Man, I can't
Is
get
that Doug Flutie throwing for the New Jersey Generals?
Sorry, I'm trying to get my my soundboard's not working. Oh, do you guys have that?
Yep. Doesn't Russell Wilson look a lot heavier than 204? Or is he just jacked?
It's built for the modern game. And you can
I haven't seen him.
I'll have to jump in. The Cardinals are awesome.
All right.
Edward Kinlaw, congratulations to you, Carolina Panthers, with a new quarterback,
There
sir.
he is. There he is.
Congratulations.
You guys heard the soundboard?
Yep.
Okay, got it fixed. I don't know what was wrong with it. Yeah, so that's the big thing with Carolina, though, is they've got a lot of second-rate guys now. You know, and losing DJ Moore, that doesn't help. Adam Thielen was kind of a shell of himself, so that's rough. And then to ask this guy to come in, I mean, you're putting him in a really bad situation. Is the big concern.
Most top quarterbacks are put there, though.
Right.
What do you think about it? Yeah.
Who's got the super loud TV on? Is that Jim?
Oh, maybe me. Sorry. I got noise canceling headphones. I don't even hear it.
We do.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. So for the most part, they're in a bad situation coming out the gate. But you see it too much, and that's the bad thing. Is they should have kept Sam Darnold and at least let Sam Darnold play this year, and let that kid have a cushion. I mean.
Doesn't happen anymore, Joe. You know, I mean, look at your boys with Zach Wilson.
I know, and I'm glad.
Him, man.
I'm glad
destroys young players.
It does. I'm glad Aaron Rodgers is here, like we were talking about in the chat. Though, I mean that gives him a couple years to sit back and hopefully resurrect things. But I was talking to Mike about it. Hopefully, he jumps on here tonight. But when's the last time? When do you see quarterbacks sitting behind legends? Like, it's going to be fun to see what Jordan Love does now this year. He's had years sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. Is that going to wake up GMs and coaches to say, if he comes out and he just hits the ground running, do coaches go back? Do they go back and say, we need to start sitting these quarterbacks again? They're not all Joe Burrow. They're not all, Justin Herbert. They need that time to develop. So I wonder if that will actually cause a shift in the NFL to go back to that slow roll.
I'm gonna say Will Anderson. We're gonna go back to back Bama. That's gonna be my next pick. Will Anderson, Alabama edge rusher.
CJ Stroud.
That's what I said. CJ Stroud.
That's what it sounded like you said.
John, you bet 1,000.
Come on, I'm trying. I'm trying to go off the beaten path.
Now that finally makes sense. They did the right thing. They did the right thing with that number 2 pick. They didn't get cute.
Yep.
You got your quarterback.
The next pick is going to be Will Anderson, unless the Cardinals, unless somebody trades up, it'll be Will Anderson.
Yes, and so that's going to be the question. Now, Carolina's got to be Carolina. The Cardinals have got to be receiving phone calls like crazy.
From who, though? From who?
Maybe Vegas that wants to jump up in front of the Colts.
Yeah, they just paid Jimmy G.
Titans jumping
Tampa
up to
Bay, they don't have anybody to trade. Seattle maybe, unless they want like Anthony Richardson. I don't know.
I'm looking at the Titans. Tennessee Titans at 11. They're not going to have a quarterback there, most likely. If they want Levis or Richardson, they've got to jump up ahead of the Colts and the Raiders. So this is the spot where a quarterback.
Yeah, you could trade down a little bit here. Yeah.
Arizona could trade back to 11, get a king's ransom from a team moving from 11 to 3. And they're sitting in a prime seat right now. So that's going to be huge. But let's talk about this Texans team now with Cook gone. What do you think? What do you think of this team? I mean,
so honestly, I would have taken CJ at 1. I would have. I would have taken him at 1. Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. That's interesting. You love your Ohio State
though. Over. Wow. Okay.
And that's I don't know. Carter too. Yeah, same here, Travis. But I'm betting Anderson, man. I think he's a safe bet. I don't think anything's going to happen with Carter legally. You read more about that story, and he didn't do anything. He actually called the police after it happened. So it's not like he left the scene. He didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a kid. He was street racing and whatever he was doing, and.
If Arizona stays here, I think you're right, John. I think Will Anderson is the the best pick to take at this point. The kid's a beast. That kid is something special who is not being talked about. I mean, he's at the top of the draft. He's being talked about adequately, but I mean, you're talking about one of the best overall players in the draft here. So, and I get it. So is Carter, but man, Will Anderson he's a monster.
He's a monster, man.
Monster. So it would be a nice addition for Arizona. But if I was Arizona, I would be trying my best to trade out of this pick.
Of course.
So we'll see if they could pick up next year's, a first next year, an extra second this year, and probably a third or a fourth next year as well.
But I guess it depends if
maybe New England's calling Arizona right now.
Could be.
God, I can't handle that.
Come on, let me see trade come up on the TV.
That would have been nice a couple years ago when Justin Fields, they would have taken Fields, but
yeah.
No, yes, Travis, I would have taken CJ. I like his size. I mean, yes, he had a couple of really top wide receivers. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, God, look at his career, 85 touchdowns in 25 games. It's just insane.
Yeah.
He's
a very good player.
I mean, precise passer. And I'm not saying Young isn't. It's just the size-wise. I don't know.
Well, I think what makes you, and I mean, what it should make you nervous is those are quarterbacks that came from two schools that do not produce in the NFL. So
normally, yes, you are correct. 6'3", 214, a little bit taller.
So it's definitely putting you at a bit of a questionable position, right? But
come on, Houston. I'm going to root for Houston next year. I'm going to be a Houston fan. I like it. Just like I'm a Bears fan now, too.
Oh, my God.
Can't help it, man. You watch Fields next year, he's going to explode. Year 3, he's going to explode.
You think so?
I think so. I hope so, man, because I've always liked Justin Fields, man. I always say, you guys knew that. I wanted the Patriots to get him so bad. Yeah. Just crushed my dreams a few years ago. That's okay. Yes.
That was one of the most fun. Huh?
Still no trade, and there's still no picking. Minute 53, 52. Come on.
They're taking it all the way down.
They're fielding. So the only thing I can think of is maybe, I don't see Indy trading up because, talk about needing a quarterback. Jesus, Indy needs a quarterback. So they're probably betting on Arizona takes probably Will Anderson, and then they got their choice between. I don't know if I'm sold on either of the next two high ones. Anthony Richardson, man. I mean, size-wise, he's like the size of Cam Newton. But I don't know. I don't know. Not a whole lot from him. Last couple of years of Florida, I mean, he's explosive, but I don't trust Mr. Will from Kentucky either. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I think, man, I feel like that has just got bust written all over him.
Yes. I don't trust that pick.
I want to see where he's going to go, but I feel like he's just a workout warrior.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to transition to the NFL, but I did see that video of him eating the banana without taking the peel off.
Trade.
There it is.
With the Texans.
What?
The Texans are clapping on Twitter. Did I hit the reverse button on my remote?
I hope not, because this will make for great.
Yes. The Texans, it says trade. You don't see this yet?
No.
Did
Houston, they're showing Houston on the phone.
Houston's on the clock. They were on the phone clapping. And
who did they give up?
The pick is in.
Did they give up C.J. Stroud?
Who are they?
Something just happened.
Who are they coming up to get then? They're not coming up to get a quarterback.
Will Anderson.
Will Anderson? Yeah.
Will Anderson. What did they give up?
That's a lot. That is a lot to give up. They were picking at 12. So to jump all the way up to 3 for a defensive end.
So they're getting their top quarterback and their top defensive. Wait a minute. Are they going after wide receiver?
That's too high for a wide receiver.
I mean, it's too right now. Whatever they traded for is too high for whatever they did.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if they're letting DeAndre go,
they could have got the number 1 wide receiver at 12.
Yeah. Well, so it has to be either Anderson or Carter. Or O-line, but I can't see O-line going this.
Are they going to pull a Washington Commanders or and go with
Anthony Richardson?
2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You
Let's do that.
can't miss at quarterback if you draft everyone.
Take all of them.
That's my motto. So, oh my God. So, I mean, yeah, it's got to be Will Anderson, but it doesn't make sense to trade up from 12 and give up all that draft capital for a defensive end.
It was funny because they showed Arizona and everybody was just sitting still, like nobody was doing anything. Then they showed Texas. They were on the phone or they were clapping their hands and cheering and pumping their fists.
Who did they get?
They had a plan. They had a plan. Look at this. Here it comes. Here comes the big guy. Oh, I'm talking here and I'm on mute. Oh, sorry.
No, I can hear. We can hear you.
Oh, we can hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. What do we got? Wow.
Yep.
I was right at Will Anderson at 3, just to the wrong team.
Yep.
That's insane. What did they give up?
Yeah, I really want to see that trade package that they had to forfeit to move up to get a defensive end at 3. I mean, whew, man.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, hey, you know what? When you're the Texans getting the shit kicked out of you year after year, you got to do something.
Yeah.
So Carlos was asking when the first fuck up was going to come, right? I mean, that's.
I mean, I want to see this trade. They must be giving up the 12 in next year's 1. That's the only thing I can think of.
To
move
up.
That's a steep price, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for a team that had a lot of draft capital. They just said 1st and 3rd next year, and they're number 12 so far.
Oh, boy. Oof.
Wow.
For an edge rusher.
Here's what I'm saying.
Man, I can picture this from Cleveland or the Jets, but not Houston.
Ooh, this is a Cleveland move. This is definitely a Cleveland move.
So you're basically getting you're swapping picks, which you wanted to do anyways. So Arizona just turned
for Arizona.
Will Anderson into a 1-3 next year. I would have made that trade too.
Yeah, that's just. I mean,
come on, Will, body slam him. Show him that Bama power,
dude. Could you? I mean, just imagine. And you're going with a rookie quarterback too. That pick is going to be so high next year. That's not going to be a pick in the late 20s.
That's
or
a top
like
10 pick.
That's a top 10 pick that you just gave up.
They're going to have 2 top 10 picks because Kyler Murray sucks. Hopkins will be gone. Kyler Murray's going to be counting his money. He has a good agent.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if he is Khalil Mack.
Man, that's interesting. All right, so Indy's on the clock. I mean, there's not really a lot of fantasy implication that goes with that pick. So it doesn't help the offense out at all. It doesn't help Stroud out at all. So they would have been better off sitting there and taking an offensive lineman at 12.
Yeah.
Hey,
or a wide receiver. Or Robinson.
I'll tell you what, if the Patriots would do some shit like this, I'd be pretty happy. I'm not going to lie. My team always just sits there.
Splash around a little bit. Come on.
So who they taking here? They taking Will or Richardson? They need a quarterback. Or they're going to take a cornerback. Yeah. They're going to take Devin Witherspoon or that kid from Oregon. What's the cornerback there? Gonzalez.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me pull up the draft here. I don't even have it on my computer yet.
I think they got to go quarterback here. I think you see Levis go off the board right here.
I don't trust
you. I wouldn't do it, but they're desperate for a quarterback. They don't have anything.
Johnny Mock. Bama dominates on Saturdays and Sundays, my friend. Johnny Mock, Matt Mahoney right now. Go check to see if he's on the Tobin Bridge right now. Because Bama went 2 out of 3 already. In fact, where's my phone? I got to tag him on something.
Yeah.
Because right now he's a weeping willow. Weeping willow.
Carlos, I'm not ready for that to happen. So we're way too early in the draft for back-to-back chaotic picks to happen. So I can't see Hendon Hooker going number 4 overall before those other two. That would be insane. So Yeah, and I know Mark, who's probably watching. He really thinks that that Robinson's going to be there when the Bills pick to give them a running back, but I don't see that happening at all. So it looks like the pick is in for the Colts
Yep.
per the website. So what are you guys putting money at? Levis, or what are you thinking?
I mean, I don't like it, but I'd say Richardson over Levis.
You think so?
Yep.
All
That's
right,
what
Travis wants Levis to go to the Colts. So he obviously is not a believer.
Please take Levis because he thinks Levis sucks. I bet you do. You know what? I hope for you, Travis, you're right. But I think it's going to be Richardson.
Oh,
Even though I'm not really sold on either of the two, I would take Richardson over Levis. I think Levis has Brady Quinn written all over it. Or Rick Meyer. Remember Rick Meyer back in the day when the Patriots were him and in Holland with Seattle? Who do we take? Drew Bledsoe or Rick Meyer? And I was mad that they took Bledsoe over Meyer. That's why I'm not a real general manager.
That's why.
that's what's been holding him back this whole time.
That's what's been holding me back the whole time.
That one bad decision.
Skill. You know, damn skill when you don't have it.
It's just haunting you. So, no. All right. So, I'm okay with Richardson too. Yeah, I think either way, I mean, the Colts are stuck in a bad spot here. Russ was supposed to be on with us for the Colts pick. I don't know where he's at. So, but they're in this is not a spot you want to be in as the Colts. I mean, the top two quarterbacks are gone. You have nothing at quarterback. So everybody knows the hand that you're holding. You've got to draft a quarterback here, and you're throwing them right into the fire. And I'm sorry, but Richardson or Levis are not ready to start.
No, you got Gardner Minshew. He's going to start.
Yeah, if he's the starter, then I guess all is well, right? So Minshew Mania will be moving to Indy, but how many games are you winning?
5.5.
And you know that Indy team isn't bad, man. If they had a quarterback, Travis, I'm with you. Until I would say until both of them learn how to throw.
Anthony Richardson. There you go.
There we go.
Well, so I'm not further ahead than you. Oh, Joe, you're hearing it through me?
I'm hearing it through you, yeah.
I 3 out of 4 now. You know what? You know, if you just tuned in, I'll tell you what. We are calling this draft.
John, you could be a GM yet.
Jim, I'm trying. I'm going to send him this video for my resume.
Clean it up. Clean up that resume.
Clean up that resume.
I had to dust off this equipment for the show. I haven't touched it in a month, so
I know.
I have to dust off that resume.
All right, so the Cardinals trade details. They received they're moving back to number 12. They've got the first from next year. They picked up the 33rd pick, the second round pick this year, and a third rounder next year. And they gave up the number 3 and their 4th round pick next year. So a first, an extra second, a first next year, and a third next year, so that the Texans could move up for a defensive end.
That's a nice deal to receive.
Have they not watched Draft Day? Why does that
not happen to the Jets? Like, why can't every time we're picking in the top, nothing.
Nope.
That's because you guys get hung up on some shitty ass quarterback and you take them.
I want to know what it feels like to. Well, actually, they did fleece Seattle with that Jamal Adams trade, so I shouldn't say I want to know what it's like to fleece a team. But
so I'm going to go out on a limb right now. Yeah. I'm going to say Mr. Carter goes to Detroit right here to sit on the other end against Hutchinson, and watch out, NFC Central next year.
That would be a nice pick for that.
I can see it. I at first I was thinking cornerback, the kid from Oregon, but I'm going to go Carter right here. You cannot pass him up. You can't. There's no way. Not if you're Detroit.
I don't know. They need a corner. They
do, but I think I'd wait. And I mean, you can't pass up Carter, man. You can't pass him up.
We're on the Seahawks right now.
Right, Seattle's up.
Yeah, you jumped the gun a little bit, and the Seahawks might take him.
Oh, I'm thinking. Oh shit! Then the Seahawks may take him.
Yeah,
they should take him.
Being up here in Seattle, there is a lot of talk.
Okay, so I'll say Richardson's going next. I'll say Richardson's going next. I thought it was Detroit, but Either way, you're right.
Richardson.
Richardson just went.
Carter. Sorry,
John, come back to us.
sorry. I'm arguing with people on Facebook right now in my chat.
Wait. Hey,
He was almost going to be a GM.
I don't know if you know this, but we're live right now.
That's okay. They need to understand.
Yeah.
I had like 2 hours sleep last night, and I worked 14 hours today. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, let's see. I haven't eaten in like 7 hours, and I got a glass of whiskey. So this show's going to get better and better.
Yeah.
As we go. So I do promise you that. So I get funnier, at least to myself, as the time and the alcohol goes on. So so you'll either laugh at me or with me, but either way you're going to be laughing. So all right.
What do you guys think?
All right. I'm going.
Are they
I'm
going
going
to
with
roll
Carter.
with Gino? They're going to roll with Gino here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're not reaching for a quarterback at this point. I don't think so.
So Gino's
I think
the future still?
Well, he just signed a 3-year contract, so you're not really in a rush to draft a quarterback.
They got Locke behind them, right?
They do have Locke. I don't know if you feel good about that, but
No, I don't. But I don't have to.
yeah, that's true. We should talk about that while we're waiting for this pick to come in. Is Danny Dimes? No, we haven't got to talk about
$40 million a year.
I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, that's a lot of money to pay for.
We got our quarterback. What do you mean?
Do you though? Do you think you have your quarterback?
I do. If he stays healthy, yes. If he stays healthy, yes. He's got wheels. He can run. He can throw. He throws some nice passes. I think he's made a lot of improvements in turning the ball over and protecting the ball and not taking stupid sacks. John's fighting his. I can see the camera's still on you. I think look at Travis.
So is Travis.
You guys would take Danny Dimes in a second. You know it.
Oh Lord.
You know it. So you'd rather go with Mac Jones over Daniel Jones?
So
the battle of
Daniel
Joneses. You're taking Mac? Come on.
I mean, if I have to pay one $40 million and one $4 million, I'll take Matt Jones. Now, Daniel Jones did have a better year. I agree.
Yeah.
And he had no weapons. So now we got Darren Waller. So we got a tight end now, right?
That's a nice
that
trade.
Bellinger, right? That was great. I couldn't believe they pulled that off.
And what was it for, a third? Did they give up a third
it
for
wasn't
him?
Much.
I mean,
it wasn't much.
I remember looking at it going, how is that all somebody offered for Darren Waller? I know he's oft injured, but that's still a steal.
He is a beast. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, when he is healthy, he is a top 3 tight end in the league.
And really, Bellinger, the other tight end that we had last year, was a nice player for us too. Yeah. So I think at tight end we're locked up. But receivers, Jones has had nobody. Yeah. Galladay, we finally got rid of. Come on. And
that Kadarius Toney, that worked out pretty well.
Oh, yeah, Kadarius. Yeah.
That worked out well.
What was that, pick 6 or something? What did we do for that?
And you guys signed somebody?
That was the one you traded out of the Justin Fields.
The ex-Jet?
You would have been better off drafting Justin Fields.
We could have.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we could have got what's his name? You're from Alabama.
You could have gotten Mac Jones. You should have taken Mac Jones.
Devontae Smith. We would have got Devontae if Eagles didn't jump up.
Yeah, that would have been a nice weapon to have for Daniel Jones. But I don't know. To Mark's point,
Tony.
My thing is,
I'm going to watch.
Gonna,
they have to draft a wide receiver, right?
Giants.
Yep.
A wide receiver or secondary, defensive secondary. We need.
I'm interested to see
sign a free agent again. It seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah, I know.
How many touchdowns did he have?
Who?
One, right?
He had one, right?
He had one catch. Speaking about touchdowns.
One catch for a touchdown.
Didn't he have one touchdown?
Yeah, I think.
Isn't that what Galladay ended with?
Slay. Against Darius Slay, I think.
Man, that is going to be like one of NFL. They're going to do like an E60
$40 million
on that.
Guaranteed.
How do you go from Babytron to just Baby? I mean,
I
he's
give
gone.
you 2 words: Daniel Jones.
No. He couldn't even get open. He couldn't run.
It just doesn't make sense. Routes. It doesn't make sense that he could have been that good in Detroit and completely non-factored.
I really don't know what happened to him.
That's an amazing. That's got to be an E60 story in the future. But yeah, let's hit Marks as the picks in, but we're still waiting on it. What do you think about the Lamar Jackson talk today? He got 185 guaranteed.
Does he really? Does he deserve that? Should he be the highest paid player? Yes. You think so?
So what option did they have? So this is what I told somebody today. Look at their record with Lamar Jackson. It's amazing. Without him, they're terrible. And it's
but have they won anything? Have they won anything?
No. But I mean, we're talking the Giants signing Daniel Jones. They did it for the same reason. What's the option? What, you're going to draft somebody and hope? I mean, at least you know what you got. But at least Lamar, I mean, he's an MVP. If he can stay healthy, he's missed games the last 2 years.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, Baltimore will be in contention again, you know?
Yeah.
Do I think they need wide receiver help? I think they do. You know, OBJ, I'm sorry, the biggest overpayment ever. But you know what? You had to pay him to get him there. And then he says,
here we go.
Decision. No shit.
All right, Carter.
Witherspoon.
Quarterback.
Warner over Carter. That's
the first one, huh?
That's
Illinois, right? Illinois?
Yeah. Illinois
with an S.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep saying Carter until he's drafted. Even though I said he could go to 10 to Philly.
Yeah.
I think teams are insane to let him pass.
All right, so now, yeah, John, I really like what you're talking about with the Lions taking him and having him and Hutchinson. Ooh, man,
that would be killer.
You don't need a quarterback because a quarterback is going to be dead.
Yeah, that's an angry defensive line,
especially with that coach, man. Oh my God, them two. That's all you need. Send them two out.
Yes,
you know,
kneecap's gone.
Done. People's heads are going to be. I don't know. It's going to be like what was that movie with Adam Sandler, the remake there.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. Yeah.
Thank you. Have you seen? Did you guys? I don't know who I tagged. Did I tag you, Joe? That video of Longest Yard with Zach Wilson when they're doing the quarterback thing and.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
Jim, go on Joe's page. I tagged him yesterday with a pretty good Longest Yard take.
Okay.
And it's a talk between Zach Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. I thought it was pretty good.
You know, the only time I hear from you is
truly is.
With the off-color remarks. I don't appreciate it. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I know you don't, but that's okay.
I thought we were friends, and every time I start to think we're friends, you remind me that we're mortal enemies.
Joe, just remember we're military friends, so we laugh at each other. You know, we're just like that, man. If we're not laughing at each other, we probably don't like each other anymore.
Fair enough. Oh man, let's see.
But yeah, I like Lamar. I mean, I like the contract. Do I like the contract? Does it matter anymore? You know what I mean? The money doesn't matter. Lamar's going to win there as long as he's healthy. And I'm sorry, the alternative of rebuilding is scary. I mean, honestly, when the Giants signed Danny Dimes, they're like, why'd they do that? What else were they going to do? Honestly, what else were they going to do?
Right.
You got to pay them.
Yeah, your options are nothing. It's kind of where the Jets were sitting. If they didn't get Rodgers, what do they do?
Right.
They would have drafted in the top 10 again next year. Honestly, they had no quarterback.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson is not it yet. And I think he's mentally scarred from the last couple seasons. There's no way he can be right. There's no way. I almost feel bad for him. If he goes to another team, I'll root for him then because he'll be like Geno Smith and turn into like a potential MVP quarterback. And we'll all smile about that except for Joe.
I won't. No. I'll tell you, it's tough with him too because you've seen the flashes and you've seen incredible plays from him, but yeah, you're right. Something's not there, and I'm hoping a year or two. It sounds like Rodgers is here for 2 years. Like he made a statement saying like they gave up a lot to get me, so that I'm not in a one and done type of headspace. So it sounds like he's at least going to do his 2 years that's left on his 3-year contract. If that's the case, I mean, Zach Wilson sits behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, clears his head, gets a lot of practice reps, a lot of getting the NFL speed. He could turn it around. It's the only redeeming factor that I think that he has left at this point, but I don't know. I mean, it's going to be.
What do you
interesting
have
to
to
watch.
see in practice, Joe? In 2 years, we're talking 2025.
Yeah.
What do you have to see that you're going to trust him to run your football team again? I mean, honestly, I don't. I see him going elsewhere. I see him maybe drafting next year or something, or drafting maybe.
Got a trade.
Oh. Well, I mean, you think about it.
Arizona's on the clock.
What? So, all right. Well, quickly, you think about it from a couple standpoints on this. To put it to bed, but he's going to be 2 years older, right? So that's a lot of maturity. He's sitting and learning behind his NFL idol, which is Rodgers. So, I mean, if you pair those things together, you know, things are looking promising, right? I mean, hopefully with the maturity, the time, clearing his head, getting some just experience, hopefully he can turn it around. But I don't know. I'm just saying hopefully. So I'm going to bring Russ in real quick. He finally showed up, even though he's supposed to be an NFL draft guru, but he showed up. Let's talk about this Anthony Richardson draft real quick with him. What's up, bud? I can't.
Right.
Oh, there you are. Hey,
There he is.
hey, thank you for graciously spending some time with us. Even though you missed the most dramatic moment when Anthony Richardson was drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. What do you think, man? What were you thinking?
Well, you know, it was between him or Levis, really, I think, for most draft pundits. And, you know, we've heard those names kicked around so much over the last few months. I mean, obviously, you know, for me, I was leaning more towards Levis. I think he's more pro-ready than Richardson. I think Richardson's a little raw for the NFL game, but, I mean, that's just the way it seems like the NFL's going with these mobile quarterbacks and, you know, can run the option and everything else. So I'm not mad. It's better than another retread free agent.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that hasn't been working out well for you.
All right.
So
Yeah, Nick Foles is gone, right?
I haven't seen anything yet about that, but I would imagine
All right.
he probably doesn't have much time left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So that's interesting. We were kind of talking about it beforehand. Was both of those quarterbacks though, like they're not in a good spot with the Colts because there's no quarterback to sit behind, and I don't think either one of those are NFL ready. So they're going to struggle out the gate. It would be nice to have a quarterback to sit behind and kind of groom those guys. I feel like those are groomable quarterbacks. They're not NFL ready
right.
quarterbacks, right? So, you know,
So does Minshew start?
yeah, that's going to be the question: is
Yeah.
do they roll with Minshew mania? Does that move to Indy, or do they take their lumps and hope?
True quarterback competition, or are they just going to say we drafted you 4? Here you go, because it's worked out so great with these other teams that tried that. You know,
We
Right.
got to go with Minshew, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I mean, he's electric. I think he's great for any young quarterback to sit behind. You know, as kind of a motivator, and maybe not the best teacher in the world, but I mean, not a bad role model to have. I mean, the guy works hard. You know what I mean? So, and at least he's going to push Richardson. You know, I mean, that's what I think.
Right. And what I think really
There we
the
go.
cornerstone of the whole thing.
Oh,
Hold on. What are they doing over here?
let's see what Arizona's getting into.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Harris Johnson Jr.
Offensive lineman,
Okay,
Ohio
that's-
State.
Okay. well.
So now it's getting interesting for the Jets with that because that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay,
Wow.
okay, and he went before Skoranek, which is interesting because he was kind of the clear-cut number one there. So
I thought
Interesting.
Harris was. I thought he
now
was.
Skoranek was, but all right, let's finish up with Russ. What do you think on
Oh.
the Colts.
So as far as quarterbacks, I mean, honestly, the success of either one of them, Minshew or Richardson, is which offensive line is going to show up. Was it the one that was the top of the class 2 years ago, or the garbage that we saw last year? So, I mean, I hate to put the onus all on Ryan from last year. I mean, but they just didn't play to the level they did the year before that. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to do any shuffling, or they always like to pick O-linemen in the draft. So I mean, past our first pick, I have no idea what the hell we're going to do. So.
All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. So then it's good to know that we're on par with a Colts fan. Nobody quite knows the correct direction,
right,
for this.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I don't know what Ballard. He did so well in Kansas City and basically built the foundation of what they are now. And ever since he's got the Indy, he's been a real tightwad with free agency and trying to do the whole Packers thing by building through the draft and keeping everybody in house. And then I guess panic mode hit when Luck, abruptly retired, and they just been trying to stopgap a leak forever. I'm finally glad we actually drafted a quarterback this year. And so
interesting.
It's going to be another one of those years. I had had all those years of stability, and it's been a crapshoot since then.
Travis, that is Rustin Smith, the one and only. The military circles run tight, I guess.
Yeah. Hey.
So, so I don't know. So let's. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, they do have nice offensive weapons. The offensive line isn't terrible. If Jonathan Taylor comes back healthy, I mean, he's an absolute beast and dominated the NFL the year before last, before the injuries surmounted. And Michael Pittman Jr. is a very, very good wide receiver. Just the quarterback play was so bad last year that you didn't even know he was still playing football. So it was pretty rough. So you got a really nice number one wide receiver. You've got one of the best running backs in football, and an offensive line that's decent. And the Colts defense is kind of just always the same, right? I mean, it's just there. People show up on the field, but they don't, they're not going to wow you, and they're not going to just disappoint you drastically, but they'll play, right? So,
right.
I mean, it really comes down to what your quarterback situation is going to be. Are they going to throw it all on this kid, or are they going to let him develop? I mean, you're going to take your lumps for another year with Minshew, or see what he's got,
Right.
Well, I mean, they have one of the best running backs in football. What I mean? When healthy, they truly do. So hand him the rock 25 times a game. You know what I mean? Keep those linebackers up so they can't sit back the whole game and give the kid a chance to throw, or guy in Minshew a chance to throw.
Yes.
I mean, their supporting cast isn't bad. Their defense is still really good. Their O-line is one of the best in football still. I mean, really, if you look at it. So, I mean, the foundation is there. So, I mean, do you rush him right out of the gate? I mean, I don't know. He's a very raw quarterback. I don't know who their quarterbacks coach is there. I don't know whether they got Minshew and then Ellinger probably behind him, right?
Yeah.
So
who did not look good.
No, but I mean, he's been around for a while, so I mean, he can learn good and bad from both. But it's just, I don't know. He's a very raw throwing quarterback, and if he does get thrusted in there right away, at least you get Taylor, back there. So it could be worse. He could be going to Carolina, where you got the ageless wonder Mike Sanders and DJ Shark as your running back and quarterback. At least you got Pittman and some weapons there. So
yeah,
I don't know. He's a big kid, that's for sure. He's like the size of Cam Newton. So I mean, he's a beast of a quarterback. You're not going to tackle him, but I don't know. Just didn't see much from his arm at Florida. You really didn't.
No. Well, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the Colts do, but or what this quarterback develops into. But let's talk about this real quick with the Cardinals moving back up to take an offensive tackle. That's kind of an interesting move because they shouldn't have had to move up that far to get an offensive tackle,
They
right?
must have loved him. You know, that means they were probably going to take him at 3, and that's probably why they traded out. You know what I mean? That
Man.
their probably favorite player was right there. So I don't know.
It's just weird to see them trade out of 3 and then jump back to 6 to take an offensive tackle that they probably could have got at 12.
Hmm.
Again, like it's another one of those seems
Yeah.
like a reach. I can't explain that one. But like we talked about when we were going into the show, there's one of the 3 top offensive linemen off the board. So, man, as a Jets fan, I'm watching that wide receiver. I'm watching that wide receiver list, and give Rodgers weapons, protection or weapons. I mean, if you can't protect him, give him somebody who can get open. So,
Follow
Yeah, that's the
Cincy's
next-
playbook. You know what I mean? They got
Yes.
the quarterback, they got the weapons. So now the
Yes.
Jets have the quarterback. Their weapons aren't bad. You know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah.
the Jets' weapons are terrible. I mean, yeah, he had Devontae Adams, but who else did he have? You know what I mean? Average wide receivers
That's it.
look really good. So
Adam Lazard, like
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you need top receivers for Aaron Rodgers, but you definitely need an O-line. I mean, look what Cincy did this year.
yeah,
Went out the best available O-lineman. I thought that was going to be the Jets.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
did. I thought the Jets.
But you know what? Cincy looks pretty damn good with their wide receiver core. I mean, those 3 are number ones
Yeah,
on every
yeah.
team.
Couldn't agree
Boyd
more.
Higgins or Chase. I mean, to have those amount of weapons is
Man,
just
I don't know if there's a Jamar Chase in this draft, though. I don't know if there's a sure hit wide receiver in this draft. I mean,
I
they
think-
look it.
yeah. I think Jackson and Jigbu is absolutely an elite level wide receiver. Like if if he's there at 15 now for the Jets, which
Patriots.
that's a
Patriots
stretch.
first.
Patriots don't. I don't know. You think they'll draft a first round wide receiver?
Look, man,
After-
we failed on
after-
every other wide receiver. We got
Exactly.
They'll do it just so you don't get them. That's what.
So you know what they got to do? They got to call like Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and be like, "Hey, man, if you had this pick right now, what wide receiver would you take?" If Minnesota hits. They strike
There it
gold on
comes.
every pick.
Yeah.
Here's
All right.
the Raiders selection in Kansas City. With the 7th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select
Levis.
Tyree Wilson, defensive
Wilson.
end, Texas Tech.
Mhm.
Okay.
Another edge.
Another edge. It's the
Edges.
Raiders. Well, they didn't reach on somebody. That's good for the Raiders.
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah.
So
Oh,
teams
God.
scooped
All right.
by Jalen Carter, huh?
Yeah. That's interesting. But yeah. All right. Well,
And the
Russ, thanks for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me. Sorry. I was
If the Colts jump
Sure.
back in, so do you. So
Okay.
keep an eye on it and jump back in if you see the Colts on the clock, because they could definitely jump back in for something. So
Maybe they'll draft another quarterback. I mean,
maybe he'll draft another quarterback.
Why not?
RG3 Kirk Cousins, part 2.
There you go.
All right, man.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
All
Take
right.
care. Take
Take it
care.
easy, Rustin. Look at this guy's suit, huh? Flowers all over it.
Oh man. All right, so we're sitting now with
Atlanta.
Atlanta on the clock. Man, Atlanta could literally draft anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
made a
they're
lot
not
of noise, man, this year. They spent a lot of money.
Yep, but they could still get better at almost every
He-
position.
Still going to be terrible because of their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that suit, though. I mean, I would look like wearing it, but
Mm-hmm.
You don't think so?
old man walking across the stage with that, I'd love to pick up, slam him. I'm waiting for somebody to slam him. So Tyree Wilson,
Let's
Texas Tech.
Yeah, so interesting he went before Jalen Carter. I guess the worries are real.
I'm gonna keep saying Jalen Carter until. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Atlanta. So they went a lot of defense, right? They went a lot of
Atlanta?
defense in free agency this year. I would have pegged them for. I'm going to peg them for a wide receiver. Ohio State. I'm guessing Jackson goes here. That's,
Already?
why not put him with Pitts? put him and please somebody use Pitts or trade him to somebody that will.
Trade him, yeah.
Trade him to somebody that will throw to him. I mean, come on.
You wanna-
I mean, seriously.
Talk about disappointing. Like
Pitts and Drake London, what a young core. I mean, talk about like a Cincy type move. But that's right. They did sign Calais Campbell, didn't they? Yeah, that's true. I think Carter's going to be all right, man. I don't know. I don't think that's a. Yeah, hold on.
Atlanta's pick is in already. That was quick.
You know, I think I don't know. If I was a team, I'd be a little off put by the fact that he said he would only interview with teams in the top 10. I think was what he said.
Confident.
I mean, it's confident, but at the same time, it's like, you know, are you going to be a problem child the whole time? You know what I mean? Are you going to be that diva that thinks you're only good enough for this level? And you know what I mean? Like that, to me, it gets risky. Uh-oh, we lost JB. Where'd he go? Come in, John.
You want to go potty too?
I hear him.
Oh.
He shut the camera. He's taking the dog out.
You got to talk to us. Let's see. Falcons. Yeah, I mean, that could be a good move here, Travis. You're not completely crazy, just slightly crazy.
Who is that? Me?
No, Travis saying he could be Calais Campbell could be a good mentor, but I don't know. Man.
I don't know. That'd be a monster pick, though, right there.
Yeah, it definitely could be, but
they got cornerback. They can go cornerback. They go wide receiver. Shit, go running back. Grab the kid from Texas. I know it's early, but who cares? It's your team. Do what you need to do.
Yep. Not for nothing, but I hate that Philly has a pick coming up and they win the Super Bowl. I hate that.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
They're going to take Bjorn.
Let's see if my initial prediction of Carter going to Philly.
They're taking a running back. They got to take the running back.
Who's picking 9? Chicago, right?
Yep.
They're got to go offensive tackle.
Actually, maybe they'll go Jalen Carter.
I'm telling you,
I'm picking him until he goes.
They have to take an offensive tackle to protect Justin Fields. I think Robinson goes to Philly. I think an offensive tackle goes next.
Yeah, but Joe, you're making sense. You cannot make sense.
Right.
Right.
Well,
you can't make
that's our job.
I mean, think about
that's what
it.
we're doing.
London, Cordell Patterson. I mean, Tyler Algier isn't bad. So, I mean, that's not bad. Kyle Pitts and then Jackson. Come on. Chicago should, Travis. I agree. They need somebody there blocking.
Yeah, I mean, they could go with Skoronski. They could go who's the other Tennessee? I think it's a Tennessee guy. I just forgot his name. But yeah, there's like 3 good offensive tackles.
Right.
Top level. So
Darnell, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Darnell, right?
Offensive, yeah.
Is it right? Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Darnell, right.
Tennessee offensive tackle.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. But yeah, out of that, I mean, then it leaves you. I don't think anybody was expecting anybody to trade up to the top 10 to take an offensive tackle. All the mock drafts I saw, late, the late top 10, early teens type of thing, where offensive linemen were starting to go. But for Arizona to trade back up, that was a twist I wasn't expecting. That's for sure.
For the Texans, I mean, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, the Texans, I still can't get over that trade.
That's just nuts, man.
That is almost as bad as them trading like the 3 first-round picks to the Dolphins for
Tunsil.
Tunsil, yeah.
Laremy Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil.
There we go.
Giving up the farm. All right. Let's see.
Oh, this is some kind of. Oh no! Oh, the Eagles try to trade it up to 9.
Chris and Shane are a true testament to the power of mentorship. The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America.
Why would they do
As
that?
part of our work,
Why would they trade
on
up one
social
spot?
justice
I'm
through our
not seeing that they traded up.
They just the
Still
announcer
shows-
just said
Heard
it.
it. Yeah, I just heard it.
The announcer said it, but why would you trade?
And they're thrilled to have Chris and
What are you
Shane
getting
making
at?
their pick. Okay, guys, take it away.
Man, that's unless they thought they were going to take Robinson. Take it away, guys. Let's go.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
The running back.
Oh, wow.
Travis, you called that, man, didn't you? Didn't you say that they should take Robinson?
I'd love for Robinson to go here. Yeah, he did.
And that's why Philly was trying to trade up.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's good. Take it from Philly. Huh? He doesn't need to go to Philly. Now they're going to trade for
Wow.
Derrick Henry.
That is great, man. I don't know if you guys have watched this guy, but
He is I mean,
man, Adrian Peterson. Anyone? What do you think, John?
I mean-
You're more of a college guy than me, but I mean,
this guy bowls over people, man. I mean,
so does he
this is a scary, scary running back right here.
does he remind you of Adrian Peterson at all, or is it?
Whew.
Who
Yeah,
would you compare him to?
Yeah, I mean, AP's I mean, look at his numbers right there. 96. Look at him. I mean, he's just a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely something. And now, I mean, when you talk about Atlanta and needing offensive pieces, I mean, how much pressure does that take off of Desmond Ridder now?
Yeah.
I mean that, and hey, maybe they'll use Kyle Pitts again. I don't know, but I mean, conceivably they might actually like design some plays for Kyle Pitts to be utilized. It could be
6
something
foot,
crazy, but
220. He's 6 feet tall, 220.
Mm-hmm.
That's 220. That's a solid 220. That's not no John Borman 220. That's a solid 220.
All right.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's not
he's-
squishy, John.
no, he's
Edgerrin James.
insane. He's insane. I mean, that's a
Ladainian
that's-
Tomlinson. Yeah, that's a good one, man.
yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. LT, absolutely.
This dude is a monster. I mean, look at him. Yeah, that's a big dude right there. He looks tall and 6 foot.
No, he's a monster. That's a
Yeah,
great
they
pick.
switched it now. Philly's next.
Huh.
So
I
Philly
figured
jumped one.
Philly would have been
Edgerrin
coming up
James.
for the running
Edgerrin
back.
James again. They're showing 5'11" here, but they got his stats
Yeah.
as 6 foot.
Yeah, same 5'11", 215. So
Yeah. Well, 5'11", 6 foot. What's an inch? That's what she said.
Look at that clip.
yeah,
Make him miss.
No,
Show him
yeah,
running over
he's-
somebody. I can't remember what game I was watching. He just bowled somebody
no,
over.
they catching out of the backfield. Yeah.
Ricky Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Yeah, Ricky Williams, another nice
Yeah.
comp there. I like the LT comp as well. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I
he's
do too. I do.
either way, all three of those comparisons, elite, right? I
Catching
mean,
on the field too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just
and-
that's scary when your running back goes across the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I'm sure, Jim. I'm sure you're probably the happiest right now that you don't have to face him twice
Yeah.
a year,
I am.
because him added to Philly's offense. My God,
Yep.
that would be.
I mean, now the big thing is their quarterback. What's that quarterback going to do?
I mean, it helps Ritter out. They need
course.
wide receiving help though. We'll
Yeah.
see what they do for the rest of the draft. I mean, they could add a day 2 wide receiver high and help out Drake London there a little bit, take some pressure off him. But if you add a nice wide receiver in round 2 with Drake London and Kyle Pitts and now an elite level running back, that offensive picture and scheme for Atlanta is looking very, very different, right? I mean,
They spent a lot of money again. A lot of defensive help this year. So I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
and defensively they've been a sieve, right? I mean,
they've been terrible.
they've been terrible, but they might actually have an offense now.
Yeah, I mean, I still think you have to get Kyle Pitts, man. You got to start getting that guy the ball. You took him at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. You don't get him involved. The targets aren't even there.
Yeah.
You're telling me a 6'6" tight end doesn't get the ball thrown to him 10 to 15 times a game? I don't get it.
A 6'6" tight end that should be a wide receiver.
Yes.
I mean,
what
that's
I mean. And that's the only thing about Atlanta that scares me. Arthur Smith, right? Is that who's still there?
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's gone next couple of years if they don't do something.
No, you should have 15 plays at least designed specifically
Yes.
for Kyle Pitts every game.
Yeah.
Every game, they should be designed specifically for him because he's so big and he's so fast. You get the ball in his hands and you just let him go, but they don't even, like you said, they don't throw it to him. It's really sad, but yeah, that offensive potential now for Atlanta is getting very, very interesting. So that's going to be something to watch what they do for the rest of this draft. But Robinson, I mean, I know in fantasy, like Algier was basically on the waiver wires all year. Nobody picked him up. He finished the year on waivers like that.
He only averaged 5 yards a game too. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like he had a bad season.
No, he didn't have a bad season, but that offense just wasn't really good enough to count on in any respect, right? So adding Robinson to that, I mean, that's huge. That gives the offense a lot to work with and balances it a lot more because you weren't afraid of Algier. You're going to be afraid of Robinson. So that's definitely a key piece to keep in mind, especially from a fantasy draft perspective is, it's not Tyler Algier back there. That is a running back that you could take, and they're probably going to ride until his legs fall off.
Travis, I just seen that too, by the way. I'm watching it. I said, oh my God, there goes LT. Travis, you know what? We need you as a GM.
All right, here we go, Eagles.
Are they taking Carter?
With the 9th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia.
I said they was going to fall to 10 to Philly, but I should get credit for that selection.
Yep. And the rich get richer. Damn.
6'3", 314.
And
That's
the
Mitch
rich
Wilfork right
get
there.
Biggins.
richer.
Is he there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This is lagging.
Wow, that was a luxury pick for the Eagles, and they just got a monster.
Yeah.
He's like,
They got
they
a
throw
monster.
one battery at me, I'm going to kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, I've seen Carter and Robinson both go into Philly, but
Look at the size of him.
I guess they weren't going to let both of them go, so they jumped up to make sure they got one of the two.
Right.
Very nice pick for the Eagles. That defense, man.
I mean, you just went to a Super Bowl. Who gives a shit whatever you gave up? You know what I mean? Your team's already stacked.
Yeah.
Running back's already gone, so it doesn't matter.
Right, so you replace it with an elite defensive end.
A guy that's going to start day one. Day one.
Yeah, that was a very nice pick. And also, like, where are you putting the Eagles defense in fantasy?
Ooh. Yeah, well,
I mean,
here's
that
the
adds a
thing.
nice
Last
piece.
year, that Phillies D got cut up, man, all year. They give up points all year long.
They
Yep.
do.
I mean, this will help. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, they got to the Super Bowl by scoring a lot of points. You know, yeah, very true, Travis.
They should. They could have won that Super Bowl if the Fletcher Cox. Yeah,
If they could have stopped somebody.
yeah. If they could have, right? They had the game, and the defense couldn't hold.
Second half, they couldn't stop anybody. I want to see something here real quick. So last year,
Which I had no problem with.
35, 21, 17, 17, 17, 21, 30. They gave up over 30 points 4 times. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Only a couple in the 20s, 3 or 4 in the 20s, high teens. I don't know. It just seemed like they gave up more points than that. And they gave up the 32 and actually, hold on. That's a lie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 times they gave up over 30. Guess it's not that bad, but
Could be worse.
yeah.
Hey, 4 to 17 is not bad, but
And then 5, the Super Bowl. They got 38. So, but
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean that was still a great pick for them for a team that went to the Super Bowl last year.
So did they really need to trade up one spot with Chicago to get this?
I don't
I mean,
think
was
so.
Chicago going to take him though? You know what I mean? Was Chicago going to take him?
If Chicago was going to take him, why trade? What are they getting? They're just trading spots.
What did they give up?
Did they give up anything else?
A 3? I mean, they must have given up a 3 or something. You know,
Yeah.
I can't see it being a 2.
So
Or
I
did they
still
say,
think-
"Hey, we'll give you a 2," and then you can't say no?
Yeah. I still think Chicago's got to go offensive line here.
I agree,
Yeah.
Mr. Peter.
You think Skoronski, or are they going to go with what's his name? Broderick Jones from Georgia. He's also a man-child.
I
That
think
could
they
be.
go with Peter.
All right. Let's see. I am
Agreed,
excited.
Travis. They were horrible against the run.
All right.
They fixed it now. They sure did.
That's a nice piece just to clog the middle there, huh? Or end, but
So who's going quarterback next?
Tennessee.
Bears, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, you think so? Detroit?
Tennessee.
No. Green Bay? No. New England? Jets? Washington?
Washington,
Pittsburgh?
maybe?
Tampa? All the way to Tampa?
Ooh,
That's why I
you
said
know
it's
what?
gonna be
That
interesting.
AFC South is gross, isn't it? I mean, that is just Atlanta, Carolina, Tampa, and New Orleans. We
Boom.
got bum fights. There's what terrible games those are going to be. Actually, it'd be kind of nice to see all the young quarterbacks. Atlanta would be fun to watch, I think. I mean, Carolina would be fun to watch now with a rookie quarterback. Tampa, terrible. Saints, who they got down there? Carr. So, I mean, it'll be interesting, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
I mean, but really, who else is going? I mean, you got Seattle, Chargers, Baltimore, Minnesota, Jacksonville. Who's going quarterback?
Rams? Do Rams even have a pick in this draft? Or
I don't
did they
think.
trade it all?
No, the Rams don't have a first-round pick till like 2035.
Yeah.
That's all
Hey,
do
they
is trade.
sold their soul for a Super Bowl and they got it. You know what? Hey,
Yeah,
I guess it is.
Chicago's pick is in.
Has to
All
be
right.
O-line.
this has got to be.
I'm
offensive
going
tackle.
to. Travis called this a little while ago. Chicago has to go O-line.
Yep.
All right, let's
Agreed.
see.
Agreed. Eagles is scary. And I'm sorry, but NFC is kind of weak. Sorry, Jim.
NFC East.
NFL draft. The Chicago Bears select Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. There you go, Joe.
Wow. Okay, I didn't think he would go number 2,
Michael.
but
Yeah.
all right. So that still leaves the.
Oh, he
Still
didn't even
is.
go. He didn't go to the show.
he stayed home.
He's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, because he wasn't expecting to get drafted in the first round.
He was slated like early 20s, early to mid 20s, I think they said.
Yeah.
He volunteered to stay home. What?
That's
Tennessee,
yeah.
Washington, Tampa. Mike Holland, next QB pick.
The
Yeah,
Windy
I don't know
City.
if Tennessee. I mean,
Wide receiver here? Is this where the first wide receiver goes? Because Lord knows they need help there. Just kidding. That's a knock to Matt Mahoney.
So I mean, quarterback for Tennessee is in play for sure. It didn't look like they liked Malik Willis at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, if they stick with Tannehill, unless they really like Mr. Will Levis, I say you go wide receiver here.
Whew. Man, this is going to be an interesting one.
Let's see something.
Justin Fields is happy. They're like, thank God.
Yeah, somebody to keep me off my ass. Oh, Lord. Oh. Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. I think they were talking about that, weren't they? Oh, they stopped.
Tennessee's pick is in.
Held Will Anderson in check.
He can't beat quarterback. They got Malik behind Tannehill. I don't think so.
I don't know, though. They didn't. I mean, they drafted Malik in the 3rd round, so. And the what did he have, like 3 pass attempts in that start that he had? Like, they didn't even let him throw the ball. So.
Right.
Where are my Patriots at? Come on. Let one of these wide receivers last to 14. Even though Bill Belichick will take a kid out of, I don't know, some quarterback out of, I don't know, Southern Los Angeles Community College.
I was wondering where you're going.
But he'll start and be good. I mean, look at Cole Strange, man. The dude started. He got better all year. I mean, I have to stop laughing at how Patriots draft. We had a good draft the last couple of years. We truly have. They just don't draft name guys, which most of them are busts anyways.
So is do we think that the Patriots are going to draft before the Jets and Giants again next year?
God, I'm a realist. You guys know I am.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
The answer
Wow.
is yes. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Wow,
Yeah.
even before the Giants?
Yes.
Oof.
I mean,
Yes.
Giants played well. I mean, honestly, Dallas chokes. The Redskins they're not even picking up the 5th-year option on Chase Young. What the
I
hell
can't
is that?
believe that. Do you
What are
believe
they
it? I mean, the
thinking?
kid can't stay healthy. That's a shame because
That's fine. You still take that chance, man.
You
Right.
still take it. Yep, you still take it.
You know what? That's dumb. He's going to go to Philly. You watch.
Oh, God.
That team's going to be – they're going to be killing people.
yeah,
I don't know. He might go up and join Aaron Rodgers.
no.
Look, Joe. So I've been saving this piece for a while till we had a little lull in picks. So the last time the Packers let their franchise quarterback go, they were right. I mean, Favre played okay, but they knew when the time was. They did.
No.
Okay. Favre went to an NFC Championship game, and once
Favre
again,
played great for the Jets until he
he
tore
did,
his
but
bicep.
he didn't win anything, is what I'm
Because
saying.
he tore his bicep. Like
Right. They knew when to
and then
cut
they
the
went
cord.
1-5.
Right, but they knew when to cut the cord because Aaron Rodgers played well. So
Yeah.
my thing is,
But they
they
would have had
must. I mean, for a team to let Aaron Rodgers go, you have to not like something about it. Now, I know there was rumors that they had their falling apart, whatever, and they probably have 50 million reasons to let him go. But
they had one reason.
now. They've guessed right twice, and is this going to be the 3rd time they guess right? I don't know.
I don't think that's the reason they let him go. I think it's because you picked up the 5th-year option on Jordan Love. Like, you got to find out if you've got a future quarterback there. You can't just keep
I agree.
riding this stuff. So
You don't
I think
let
they
a
were forced to, or
Hall
else
of
they're
Fame-
drafting a quarterback next year.
Right, but I mean, why wouldn't you keep Aaron Rodgers for 2 more years if he was that good? He didn't look good last year. Let's face it, he didn't look good. Now it may have been because he didn't want to be there, or age is creeping in. I don't know, but he didn't look good last year. So
See, that's my bigger concern. Was his play last year the beginning of a downturn, or was it the
Right.
fact that Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs were his 1-2
I agree.
wide
Well,
receivers? And
Lazard
that's what
was
you're going to
there,
find
and now
out.
that's who you have. So
Yeah,
you got
but-
Lazard there, and
Lazard was not a number 1 and should not have been the number 1. Like
I agree.
So that's really what it's going to come down to. Is Lazard's going to slide back into a number 2 behind Garrett Wilson. So is Aaron Rodgers on the downturn, or was that team just young, inexperienced, and not playing up to his capabilities?
True.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's either going to be a great year or a horrendous year for the Jets. But
Right.
and yeah, this Hopkins stuff that Russ is talking about, I've heard the rumblings. We haven't discussed it. No, which
How are they going
is
to pay him? How are they going to pay him?
that's the thing. I don't know. They keep talking about this, and they restructured and they freed up like $7.5 million in salary cap, but they have to sign everybody that they're drafting today. So or over the next couple days. So I don't see how you're going to pull all of that off and make these trades and sign. And don't get, please, I love DeAndre Hopkins, and I think he's an absolute beast. John, you know that, but I don't think it's feasible to add him to a team that, and especially with the salary cap restrictions. But like I said, I'd rather if Jackson and Jobo is still sitting there at 15, I'd rather the Jets take another young elite wide receiver, and you got him for 5 years. Like that's
I would have.
Hopkins wants to go to a winner. I mean,
Of course.
And KC, I would hate to see. Here we go.
2023 NFL Draft. The Tennessee Titans select Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle.
Yep.
Northwestern.
Skoronski.
interesting pick.
Travis,
Tackle.
outstanding, sir.
Tackles everywhere.
Travis, Mel Kiper has nothing on you, man. Nothing on.
They're going quick. They
Mel
are going
Kiper's
quick.
a liar. He's terrible.
Right.
So
Travis is crushing. Travis is crushing.
He's gonna have his own show before he knows it.
Right.
Tonight. Everybody, I'm going to petition Travis to start his own talk show.
Travis, why don't you just come on now?
Yeah, come on, man. Why don't you help us out? Because we're not
Jump on into the conversation.
one right here. Travis, don't tell me who's going next. I want to see if I can pick.
On the clock.
Detroit's on the cornerback from Oregon. That's who I'm going. Yeah, I don't even have to look. Cornerback from Oregon. What's his name?
Christian Gonzalez.
Yes, that's who's going next.
Okay, I'm going tight end for them with Dalton Kincaid. Especially with the offensive hits they took from all that gambling stuff. I think they're going to need some weapons. They traded away their tight end this year to Minnesota with Hawkinson. They got to replace him. That dude's crazy, Kincaid, crazy. And while we wait, I'm going to go grab another drink. So I'll be back.
So Jim, now that he's gone,
Are we still on?
we're still on. So now that he's gone, boy, if this Rodgers thing doesn't work out, I'm gonna let him and your brother know every single day, every day, man.
And deep down, it's not going to work out.
It's not.
It's not. Everyone knows.
Dude, when Mike wrote earlier, they're poised to win for decades. Are you kidding me, man? Come on.
I heard that last year. Well, what year did they take Jones? I heard the same story then, and nothing happened.
I friggin' love it. And I keep telling everybody, if not for the Cleveland Browns, the Jets would be the Cleveland Browns.
Yes. Yes.
They would have been better off overpaying for Watson.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
That's
They
right.
would have. I would have rather have Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just sorry, but there's a reason why Rodgers there's a reason why Green Bay did not want to keep Rodgers.
Right.
And I don't think it's the money.
Right.
I don't think they give a shit about that. It's not their 5th-year option on Jordan Love. They don't give They care about winning in Green Bay.
Yep.
Period. Dot.
Yep. I think he's a head case. I think he's a problem. And I think, I can only imagine. Oh, here's Lions already. Let's see.
Come on.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Alabama.
Another. Come on. I can't even pick one right.
No, you got that one wrong. Joe missed the pick. Look at that. This kid's home, too. He didn't leave Georgia. Wow. In the mold of Jamal Charles. Okay, so.
Wow. Running back.
He must have went to the store to get a drink.
Why are they going running back there?
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Detroit.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, so once again, you get DeAndre Swift. Do they not like him?
I don't know. I guess not.
Oh my God.
He missed the pick.
Oh my God. I cannot believe that.
What? Gibbs?
The Lions pick?
Yeah.
So confused at that. You
What-
got Swift and David Montgomery already.
What are
there.
you doing?
I don't get it.
You're taking a running back, the second running back off the board in the top 12?
I don't know why didn't you go cornerback there? Or middle line. I'm confused. I'm just confused. That's okay. I mean, I'm not saying he's not good. I watched him all year, but
Oh,
not
you know
there.
what? I know what's happening now. Green Bay's going quarterback.
oh god,
That's what's going to happen. I'm calling it. Green Bay's going quarterback. This is what
Travis, I just have to ask, did you know they were taking a running back? That's all I have to ask. Because if you do,
you have a good chance of getting this one
in a
right.
Powerball.
Travis, you got a good chance of getting this answer right.
I mean, the dude's a beast. I'll give him that, but
Dude, not in the first
How
round.
can they not? They must hate DeAndre Swift there. They hate him.
They have to.
Hate him.
Yeah, which quarterback goes here? Levis, you think?
I don't
know. They got to go quarterback here. They got to.
Okay, I'm saying quarterback. Now I'm sticking with Gonzalez until he gets picked.
Oh, he missed it. Travis is honest.
I don't think anybody had that one predicted anywhere. Oh, wow. I saw that when I was downstairs and had to come running back up here. I was like, oh my God, the internet's got to be exploding.
I'm going to change my pick here. I'm not going to say a cornerback. I'm going to say wide receiver.
For Green Bay?
Yeah. I'm going to say wide receiver, but which one? That's the pick here.
I'm going to stick with the tight end pick.
Tight end, I think wide receiver. I know Toyin left, right? Toyin, where'd he go? Seattle or something like that?
Who?
Robert Toyin. They're
Toyin?
Yeah. Tight end.
Yeah, they don't have a tight end. They got to go Dalton Kincaid here.
No way.
I don't think I'd pass up. I don't think I'm drafting a tight end over a wide receiver.
Well, they took 2 last year.
Well, I'd take another one here. Beat Detroit. They did, but I don't think you could. I mean, if you think
the pick is in.
Oh wait, actually, please don't. The Patriots picking 2. Come on, please pick. Come on, New England. I swear to God, if you take some no-name guy from North Shore Community College, I am going to be pissed.
The North Shore Animal Shelter.
I went to North Shore Community College. We don't even have a football team. We never even had it.
I'm going to try and eat some dinner while I do this. That's the only bad thing about this starting at 5 o'clock on the West Coast.
Please. It starts at 8. I'm ready to go to bed.
I'm usually sleeping for like an hour by now.
Me too.
First shift, man. I'll tell you what. I am a morning person, but I get up and I feel like I got tackled by Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, why does Friday night, day 2, start at 7? Tonight it has to start at 8. Why couldn't it be 7 o'clock tonight? Tomorrow night, you can stay up all night.
Nobody. I mean, I watched the second round. I'll watch the second round tomorrow night. But
yeah, why not just start it on Friday instead?
Right.
Just do it Friday night, Saturday night, or Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And
Green Bay. Let's see. This has to be quarterback. Green Bay, New England Jets. Okay, I like that the Giants are on the board.
Where's Travis going on this one?
Got to be QB.
I'm going to say wide receiver. And then the Patriots can take the cornerback from Oregon. What a steal at 14-15.
I'm going to stick with Kincaid here. Let's see. I mean, they can't take a quarterback in the first again, right?
Says who? They did with Rodgers there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're going to need a backup unless they're going to re-sign Lynn Dickey.
Well, these guys are shaking hands and clapping, and they're excited.
These guys are shaking hands.
There's the cheeseheads. Let's see.
I cannot believe the Lions drafted Gibbs. DeAndre Swift should just request a trade.
I would. I'd be like, I want to go to New England.
I mean, first you let Jamal Williams just take all the carries last year.
That's right.
And now you're drafting a replacement quarterback.
And then he leaves, and you're still not giving Swift the job.
Right. I don't know how you could unappreciate a man more than the Lions do, but
All right,
There we go.
Right in front of them. Let's see what the Packers take here. With the 13th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness, defensive end, Iowa.
Wow. John,
that's actually a good pick right there, man. That dude's. So is that the guy who's never started a college football game?
this kid's home too.
Hey, this guy didn't start at Iowa. Why didn't
Yeah, he didn't start.
He's never started a game. Isn't that crazy? Guys never started a game.
And Green Bay was jumping up and down, high-fiving each other. That they got the guy that never started at 13.
So
okay, New England's on the clock.
New England.
John, take it away, man.
A lot of pressure
There's
right
a
now.
really good tight end there.
No tight end. I want
Christian Gonzalez.
This-
You're going Christian Gonzalez till he's off the board. That's what you said.
I know, but do they go wide receiver, man? Okay, so my heart says wide receiver, but they're gonna trade the pick for 4 7th-rounders.
I was going to say, here comes a trade. Here comes
Crush
a trade.
my soul. I'm waiting. I'm waiting until they say the pick is in because I'm not falling, as Axel Foley would say in Beverly Hills Cop. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is Travis in here? I don't see
Just
him.
tell me the pick's in, man. Come on, just tell me the pick's in. Just tell me we got it. I feel ill.
Damn,
I don't know what to do right now.
No, Travis. When you click that link I sent, it should bring you into the green room, and then I'll see.
Shit,
you
I'll
off to
take
the side.
Broderick. No, Jones is gone, right? Is Broderick Jones already gone?
But I don't see you there. So click
No.
that link.
Trade with Pittsburgh. Here it is.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard me,
yes!
John. Trade with Pittsburgh.
Oh, John, there it is.
John.
There
I just
it
fucking quit.
And they probably traded back into the second.
14. Let's see.
I'm so mad right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
you're not even on the board now. I don't think. No, you dropped a couple spots. You dropped
Oh
3
my
spots.
God.
I mean, why? Seriously, why? I mean, this is just so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're dropping to 17.
Yeah.
So now we're not going to get any of them. Again, we're getting the kid from Southern Los Angeles Community College.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we were all wrong. The Jets will pick before the Patriots.
Oh, look at that.
It's a moral victory, John. It's a moral victory.
Man, the trades are the killers for John on draft night.
Every
Yeah.
year. We don't ever,
On the
but we keep the one for Mac Jones. We don't try getting someone else.
Oh,
No.
boy.
We got a cornerback there who we have no cornerbacks.
Oh.
I'm playing quarterback. They called me to see if I would play.
So the Steelers jumped up to take Broderick Jones before the Jets could get him.
Of course they did.
That's what
They
just
go on
happened here.
offensive line right now.
And then that takes out 4 tackles, offensive linemen, from the draft at 15. And that leaves the Jets with the pick of the litter for wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Joe Douglas, I'm not reaching for the number 5 offensive tackle in the first.
I
So
watched the draft.
give me the wide receiver. John, I appreciate you doing
Yes.
this with us every year.
I fucking don't get any joy. I truly don't. It's just I watch people sign. I watch, trades happen. Houston trades up to get the number 3 pick. They give up. They mortgage everything. You know what? Patriots do that. I'd be happy with that. Just give me something on draft day. Give me something.
Here comes
Maybe the
Broderick
Jets will
Jones.
trade back too.
They won't. They're gonna draft friggin' Zach
Maybe
Wilson.
they'll draft. Maybe they draft back. Draft back. Trade back.
I mean, that could be a possibility with the top 4 guys off the board. They could fall back and try to recruit some picks.
Just don't get. You could have went O-line here. You could have went friggin'.
Yeah. Can you ever have enough good offensive or defensive linemen? I mean,
No. They proved it last year. We probably got, again, a couple 7th rounders. So there's our punter. There's our long snapper. Because nobody drafts a long snapper. They find some kid somewhere who can snap a ball, but we draft one.
Well, let's see the picks in. So let's. I mean, they got to go. They've got to go. Broderick Jones. They had to jump up.
I was a Chargers fan. I'd be used to disappointment. And
Alex will be here soon.
Yeah.
Alex will be here soon. You could ask him about it. He's got.
I guarantee you, we're not gonna have a first round pick. We won't. Not gonna happen.
Well, you got to trade back again from 17.
Right now, you're 17.
We will. Well, they're giving Carolina B- for drafting Bryce Young. How do you know that? He hasn't even read the playbook yet.
Well, what would have been the A pick there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
B- draft.
I mean, that's the only pick they could have made. That's
yeah.
unless they like C.J. Stroud better, but
I would have went C.J. Stroud. I would have.
Here we go. Good.
The Patriots have traded the 14th pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The surprise in my face.
With the 14th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Broderick Jones, offensive tackle.
Yep. He's home too.
Boy,
told you
he would look good in New England. He would have looked
all right.
great.
Jets up.
Let's see if
I
there's
gotta
a
go-
trade.
You have to either trade back or go wide receiver here. You've got to take the number one wide receiver.
What about their tight end? You guys have signed 6 in the last 4 years, and you've
No, they won't go. They won't go tight end. They got Uzama. They got Conklin. They drafted Jeremy Rucker last year. They're good there. They don't need a corner. I can't see
6'5",
I mean-
311, and he runs the 40 in under 5 seconds. Beast.
man.
Just
Wow.
look at him.
So
Who
that's
needs
who
that
I-
guy? We don't need that guy.
No, we don't need that guy in New England.
That was my number one offensive lineman.
Was it?
That's who I wanted the Jets to get if they were grabbing it. So I was very excited to see those other guys go off the board first, and then of course the Steelers.
They're
jump
holding
up.
him, and he's still pushing him forward.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he is a beast, an absolute beast, and the Steelers just stole him. So
I looked that he wore 59. He wore like a linebacker's number, I know it's offensive line number 2, but well,
Yep. Kid's got a big family at his house. It's funny. He's got all the hats behind him. Which hat am I going to
wear? How they got him all there.
He's got a hat buffet.
Now sign the rest, autograph the rest,
Yeah.
hand them out or something, whatever you
The
do.
Jets going to trade back. Let's see.
Travis, I'm going to send you another email.
Joey Porter Jr. Yeah.
Giants will take him if he's still around.
And Travis, I'm kind of surprised they did go after Joe. I mean, you can't
All right.
draft him just because of who he is, but who his dad is. But
Travis, you should have another email coming. Maybe that link is just. Is it specific? Yeah, let me know if that one works.
Draft.
I'm with you, John. I'm on fumes here.
Go get an energy drink, some coffee.
Please. I'm gonna go to bed, man. I'm not young like you.
Young.
You see this?
Man.
Look, you see this isn't paint.
I got it too.
Yeah. Well,
My whole
mine's-
chin. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Isn't it funny? Why does it convert this right here?
I guess
I
that's-
don't have it up here yet. But
Yeah.
it's here.
No, I guess that's our family thing. I don't know.
I don't know what that.
I'm just mad that now that I'm retired and can grow a beard, it can't be that nice dark
They
luscious
sell
beard that I
this
had in
little
my 20s.
brush, and you brush in the paint or whatever it is.
I have to shave. I don't like it long, so I keep it. This is where I'm keeping it, but
Yeah.
I'd have to do it constantly.
Yeah, I
It'd be
can't
a
stand
mess.
shaving.
Celtics are losing to Atlanta.
All right. All right.
Bruins
So
lost
Jets are still on.
They haven't
4
traded
minutes.
yet.
4 minutes left. They've got to be looking to trade, or they're just. I mean,
no
where
picking.
do you go here? I don't.
Corner? Do they go corner here?
That's a position they
They
don't need.
They don't need that.
They need tackle. They need a center. You're not taking a center at this pick.
Yeah, but right now, you're taking the best player available. So I guess whoever the best player available and on that board is.
That's why
So you like that.
I'm
Njigba,
taking Jackson and Jigba from Ohio State. I mean, he is.
You're paying all these guys already. That's the thing. You're paying Corey Davis. Is Corey Davis leaving? Are they going to let him go?
I don't know if they're going to let him go, but I think he's coming up to the end. As much as they say you don't need a wide receiver, they do. After trading Elijah Moore, and like I said, Mims has not played up to what he was supposed to be. So you got Corey Davis, you got there's nothing really special there. If you can draft Jackson Smith Enigma here with
I can't. That's why I call him Jackson. I don't even try to.
Yeah,
I can't.
You draft him with Garrett Wilson. I mean, you put those two on the outside and forget about it. I mean, it's going to be hard to compete.
I love listening to Jets fans. Hey Joe, it's going to be hard to compete. Last year they were winning it all. They were winning 17 games. They were going 17-1.
They exceeded their win total.
They
expectation.
Did.
So
and they had more wins than Zach Wilson had thrown touchdowns in the last 2 years, I think.
John, so all right, let me ask you. You trade for Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
The top 4 offensive tackle are off the board.
Yep.
What do you do here?
So my question is, are you going to be able to re-sign Williams? Are you going to be able to re-sign Quentin Williams?
I mean, they're
able to afford him.
They're pretty confident they are. There's Travis. I'm going to bring him in.
What's up, Travis? What's up, man?
There he is. You got it working. Can you hear us?
I can hear John.
I can see Travis, and I can hear his. Travis, come in.
So pieces of the puzzle.
So what's going on, fellas?
Hey, there he is. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, if you're the Jets here, what are you doing?
I would say wide receiver, like you were saying, but I can't see them with them just bringing in Alan Lazard and the other guys. So, man, I don't.
I mean, do you think Mecole Hardman is a serious threat to take anything? You know,
I think so.
If he's healthy.
Who's your tight end? Didn't y'all sign the dude from Cincinnati?
Conklin?
Yeah, they got Uzama and Conklin, and they drafted Jeremy Rutger last year. So they've got 3 tight ends.
And all the O-line is gone because, Jones is gone and Skronsky and
there's the top 4 offensive linemen are off the board. So
y'all need a guard?
They're under a minute with no pick yet, so they're trying to trade.
They are trying to trade.
They're hugging. They made the pick.
Pick is in. There it is. Pick's in.
Oh,
all right.
man.
So what is it?
This is. I mean, if it's me, I'm giving him another weapon because there's no offensive lineman there. So I'm going to take the best wide receiver. But this year, this is the first year I don't know. If Broderick Jones was there, I'd say you take that hands down. But I don't know which way they go now.
John.
Yeah.
He said another weapon.
What if they go Will Levis?
I don't see them taking a quarterback.
Another. Joe, I mean, they have so many. Last year, do you remember? We have too many weapons, Mike. We have too many weapons. I don't know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do. They're not going to do shit. That's what they're going to do.
So if they do take a receiver, I'll go JSN.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's funny. I love it.
They had 7 throwing touchdowns last year, and he's talking about another weapon. I wish Mike was on.
I know. Where is he?
I wish Mike
He's
was
sleeping.
on.
He's where I want to be, sleeping.
Travis, Jim's brother told us today that the Jets are poised for success for decades. Decades. Man, I love it. They're paying Aaron Rodgers $71 million next year. They're barely poised for 2023.
I think they're
like
all
he was
in.
in the cave with Rodgers too in the dark.
Man, I'll tell you what, mushrooms in a cave, man. You really find yourself.
What is that? Ayahuasca or whatever? That stuff does magic to you. Right?
Oh, boy. I love Jet fans. Oh, man, I just love it. Too many weapons. I don't know who we're going to throw it to this year.
Like I said, you gotta give them something else. Because why not? At this point, I mean,
who's the best player on the board? Who's the best player available?
I don't.
Probably the tight end. I bet you that tight end's ranked high.
Yeah, well, he is.
And I don't see how Gonzalez isn't ranked high as well, cornerback from Oregon.
Christian Gonzalez is the top player on the board right now.
I don't understand how he's not gone.
Will
yet.
Levis,
I think the best player.
I mean, maybe Nolan Smith from Georgia, outside linebacker, because CJ Mosley's getting old.
Trade Zach Wilson to Cleveland.
So shall I play a 4-3 though?
Yeah.
There we go.
I can't see him being the end. He's too small. He's a 3-4 outside guy. Nolan Smith.
Yeah, I don't.
There it is.
Got here we go again.
Maybe a punter.
Oh, please.
What are they doing? To make a wish?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Come on, kid.
Oh, wow. This kid overcame bone cancer. Wow.
Well, I hope he could say.
Wow. Oh, my God. He's a Jets fan.
Hell yeah. Good job, kid. Now I hope he could say Jackson Smith and Enigma.
They got to give him an easy name. They can't give him that name.
Bill Brown.
Dude, I'm so nervous right now.
There it is.
Thank you, Mr. Gazelle. I'd also like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight.
I feel like John right now when Justin Fields was slipping.
Told you.
With the 15th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State.
What, John?
Man, that's a Bill Belichick pick right there.
Iowa State. He's the pride and joy of Iowa State.
What just?
You went linebacker, man.
Yeah. He really gets off the ball.
He really gets off the ball.
That's what.
Yeah.
The pride and joy of Iowa State, right there.
I need to see some tape on this. I mean, I don't know. I don't have my.
That's Joe Douglas, right? He knows. He's
3. I mean, big dude. Let's see him.
Nah, but he's only 240.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's height then.
I'm taking Nolan Smith for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
If we're going that small, I'm going
Right.
Nolan.
It says on the screen, Joe Douglas said, we have too many weapons on offense.
Wow.
We didn't want to go wide receiver because we got too many weapons, and we had a problem last year with too many weapons, so we didn't want another one.
It has a motor, but man, that's yikes.
I mean, quick. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, and he looked good in the Senior Bowl, but yikes.
Holy Jesus!
Yeah.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Yes.
Fun fact about that movie: they never rehearsed together. Whenever they were doing those scenes in basic training, so the reaction of the actors as they were being yelled at was the first time they heard him.
Oh
they were
man,
petrified of him.
So great.
That explains a lot.
Oh,
it's so great. All of those scenes.
Hey, if you can jump over a car,
exactly.
You can play linebacker for us.
Exactly.
That's the litmus test. Hey man, can you jump over a car? Yeah, I can. Prove it. All right, we're drafting you.
Oh, Washington picks in already. Good. I want to see some. Let's speed it up a little bit. Come on.
So randomly bugs off.
So
hey,
New England's next, John.
No, we're not. No,
Maybe.
we're not.
You gonna trade again?
No,
they're
trade
trading
with Jacksonville. Jacksonville will get a
Mm.
wide. Actually, you guys don't need a wide receiver either. You guys could. I'll tell you what, man. Jacksonville. that wide receiver room
Yes.
is frightening. If Calvin Ridley comes back, the way he played that last year in Atlanta,
Oh, ridiculous.
with the weapons they have, I still think Travis Etienne, I think he could do more. I think they need to use him more. I don't understand it. In fact,
Well,
I'm keeping him for my keeper. I'm keeping Etienne for my keeper because I got him in the 4th round. I have to.
smart move.
It's either him or D-Hop, and I don't know if I trust, quite honestly, Kyler Murray. I don't trust Kyler Murray. Unless he gets traded somewhere, unless D-Hop goes somewhere with a quarterback, then I will. But
I still wouldn't, man.
Well, so I got
often
D-Hop. Yeah, but I got D-Hop in like the 9th round, man. That's the only thing.
Y'all lose the pick for the round?
Yeah,
Oh,
you lose the pick of the round. So
okay.
I think I got him in the 9th because of the thing. But I don't know, man. ETN, I think Jacksonville's offense is going to explode.
John, remember how you felt about 40 minutes ago?
See, I get pain, and I love Joe. I do. I've known him a long time, but I love when the Jets break his heart. I truly do.
I mean, man, wow. Like I said, why not take Nolan?
Man,
right.
It's crazy.
I don't get that.
Going small edge rusher. Go with a guy, SEC talent. Play some of the. How many linemen went? 3 tackles went out of the SEC so far, or 2, excuse me. That's crazy. I don't get it.
So what I'm curious of, I mean, there's no cornerbacks going. None. Is this not the year of the cornerback?
Yeah, the Giants are going to take one.
I truly don't think. I like Gonzalez.
Yeah.
But I don't think there was no Jalen Ramsey. There was no
right.
There was no Sauce Gardner. There was no.
Right.
I'm okay with. I mean, they're all right there together. So I'm happy to see them drop because that's where Jacksonville was going to go. So
yeah, true.
So now I'm like, we get our pick because we thought no way none of those guys would be there, and most of them are there now.
Yep.
Very true. Very true.
And you go right before us. If I'm still awake, I'll see it. I'm thinking if I make it to that, as soon as the Giants pick, I'm done.
I feel that. Long day too. And also, John, it was funny you said that for my skill bridge, I was going to try and do an internship with the Jags too.
Were you really?
I had it lined up, an interview and everything, but I decided not to go.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You decided not to go.
I felt staying here.
Yep.
There was no Air Force Base in Jacksonville. I'd have had to do my own DA stuff through the Navy processing, and I just felt like getting my benefits and everything in order and were priority. Plus, I told my family I wouldn't move them till my daughter graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, my son and then my daughter, so both of them graduated. So it was just like, man, and I didn't want to be living apart and traveling,
No. Oh, family comes first.
You've already done that enough, man. You've already done that enough.
So but it was a tough, because I mean, like my dream, like I was going to be in the front office, interning in the front office.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. Here we go, Commanders. What are they doing? Defense? Because they didn't pick up Chase Young?
Oh, yeah, not picking up Chase Young, so now they got to go.
They might take Nolan Smith here.
They take,
Emmanuel Forbes, defensive back, Mississippi State.
Wow.
Why? Isn't that short joker? The one that's like 5'7"?
Yeah.
Wow.
6'1".
Okay, maybe I'm thinking the other guy then.
Yeah. Well, he's 6 foot and 3/4. It seems.
Well, maybe I'm thinking about the other guy.
Wow.
Is he slow then? I think
Man, that kid is skinny. Look at that kid's legs.
Yeah, that might be what it was. He's small.
He's all sticks. That was 150 pounds?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
He's got some speed, though. He's quick.
The Jags like him, but
Oh, my God. His legs are so – he's like Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes,
Yeah.
he's like me.
And that's the concern. He's 166 at 6 foot.
Wow.
Almost 6'1".
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Someone's –
He's going to get broken.
he doesn't get in front of somebody.
He's going to get broken in half.
But he got ball skills. Like, he won't.
Wow. Okay, I'm okay with them taking him.
But look at that kid, like, and in the East, man, against big running backs, and man,
No, I don't like it. I don't like it for them. I like it for the Giants. Well,
yeah,
New England's pick is in, John. You're good. It's in already. Good.
All right.
Hero.
So
Quarterback.
what I would like to see is a weapon for Mac Jones. Is what I would like to see.
Or replace.
You want
Here
JSN?
goes my wide receiver.
I would love it. I would
Or you want to
absolutely
go tight end again? You want Kincaid?
Nope, no tight end. I want Jackson. I want
I
Jackson
agree.
to come to us. That's what I would like. What we're gonna do,
Bill Belichick's gonna go get.
I know, man. It's gonna be some off the wall pick. Come on, Bill. Just take one more chance.
Who's like the 7th ranked safety in this class?
No,
That's
he's
probably
on the
draft.
18th running back out of BYU.
There we go. Patriots
Oh, I got
selection right here.
My stomach hurts.
Wow, this is quick. I like this. Come on.
I can't believe all these corners are still available. Like,
Yeah.
Well, they go corner. I'd be happy
There we
with the
go.
corner.
I would rather the Jets have taken the corner.
In the 2023
Maybe get your boy right here, Oregon.
The New England Patriots select Christian Gonzalez.
there it
Your
is.
boy.
I'll take that. I love that
Yeah,
pick. Love it. I do.
Yeah,
I like that pick a lot.
he shouldn't have been there.
Falls to
Yeah.
17. Exactly.
Nobody saw him being there.
Nope. God, they would talk about him going in the top 5.
Correct.
Yep.
I thank you, Bill.
Well,
And
thank
traded
Washington.
back
Thank Washington for not taking him over the other kid. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't you not take him?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind of happy about that. Pleasantly surprised.
Detroit
Hey.
again. Detroit again now.
And he's a mixed kid, so you know he's gonna ball. Like every superstar in all the leagues are mixed now.
Yeah.
Mahomes,
That's how they make them. They make them that way on purpose.
yeah, I believe so. Both parents were athletes, college athletes, and I'm telling you, like that's the new perfect athlete.
Look at his frame too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
you might be
I
onto
can't
something.
do
There
that.
is something to that, Travis.
Yeah, my
There is
brother
something
jokes
to
about it
that
all the
that
time.
mixed. Yep.
I mean, look Klay Thompson, like almost every Giannis, Antetokounmpo, you know, like man, it's crazy.
God, I like that. I like that pick. I like it. Finally, not an offensive lineman from Southern Los Angeles Community College. I'm happy.
Yeah. So
I thought he would be the first one off.
Yeah, that's a nice actual pick for you guys.
Where the Lions going? What do you think? Now they're going to get DK Damos.
Now they got to go.
Actually, yeah. I mean, that'd be smart.
I don't know why they. Yeah,
I mean,
like
But then
I said,
again, I mean, maybe they'll draft another running back because they hate
you know,
DeAndre
I
Swift.
wouldn't even put it past them. Or they'll take Will Levis.
Yeah, that's shit. I mean, you never know. I mean, I think they're happy with Jared Goff, but I mean, no one's behind him. So
yeah.
Let's see who they got.
No, that is a good point. There is nobody.
Nobody behind.
Tampa's got to take the quarterback.
This is a good spot to take Levis and groom him.
Marshawn Lattimore. I'll take that comparison. Oh, look at him tackle too. I'm just seeing the highlights now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Like that's like I say for big or Pac-12 corner, he was very physical, which is not common since what's that kid named out of Washington?
Oh, you talking about the safety or the cornerback?
No, the corner. I can't. It doesn't matter, but like they're just not common. He's physical and got ball skills and speed. Great pick, man. I'm happy for the.
I mean, I'm not, but it's a good pick.
I don't know how he blasted the 17 though. So
I mean, once again, I don't know. I don't even know what we got for that trade. What was it, like a 3rd or 4th round pick?
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
How did he know? How did he know that guy was still going to be available?
So, I mean, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to get one of the better cornerbacks. I mean, obviously nobody knows yet, but I want to know what they got for him.
That adds to the mystique of Bill Belichick. Has to.
Yeah,
It really does.
Like he traded back and got one of the best corners in the whole draft of 17.
For a 4th round pick, they took a chance to get the number 120th pick. You know what I mean? But now they got 17. They just drafted. They got 46. They got 76, and then they go 107, 117, 120. So there's probably the O-line depth right there. You know, a tier 3 or tier 4 O-lineman that probably be able to make the practice squad. But
Well, all I gotta say is I killed the first 10 picks. Ever since then, it's been these picks have been all over the place. Like,
Yeah,
I can't believe Houston, man. I mean, talk about a ballsy move. That's a ballsy move.
I hate it as a Jag fan because I really thought this was gonna be a cakewalk through the division.
Oh shit!
I mean, it probably still will be.
I think so. They're still young, the Texans, but they're developing. I mean, they got a lot of talent down there, and you don't know what that scheme is going to bring. So we'll see.
Yeah, but a brand new quarterback. They traded away their number 1 wide receiver. They don't have a running game.
Who? The Texans?
I mean, are you gonna put all your eggs in that basket?
Oh, Pierce alone stay healthy?
I don't know.
I would. He's fresh. He got like what? He came out of college with under 300 carries or something like that. Something crazy. Like, yeah. I think so.
You left those wolves outside?
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I like what the Texans are doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I really like the trade. I mean, I think it's a good trade for both teams. Was it a bit much? Yeah, but they got all that capital. It was like house money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like what they did coming back into 3 and they
I've
got
just never seen that. You know what I mean? I've never.
Yeah, that was some move. Yeah.
And I don't know. You almost had to think they already were talking about it and discussing it. You know, to make that move. That's why they didn't take Willett too.
Yeah.
And who knows whatever, like, if there was another trade going on with Arizona, somebody said, hey, we'll give you a 1st and a 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a 1st and a 3rd next year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, people had to be calling about that pick.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but you would have thought for that it'd be a quarterback.
You would.
But look at it this way. I mean, if they do well this year, let's say
Doesn't matter.
You know, exactly. They pick at 18. Let's say 18. You know, they go. God, that might be a little too high. So let's say 15.
I think
16.
it's too high with that team. Yeah.
That's still. It's probably if CJ comes out the ball. Like, does he beat what's the long neck name?
Davis Mills.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the giraffe.
So.
Yeah, I don't expect the Texans to be a great team next year. That pick's going to be that they gave up is going to be prime.
But I don't know, man. They they almost beat the Chiefs. They played everybody tough. Well, look at their scores from the game. Yeah. They were like the Jags from the year before, right? Played everybody tough. They didn't get blown out but like 3 games. Yeah. And then they got a new coach. That's what I'm telling you. I think they might be Jags 2.0. Surprise a lot of people. Got a new head coach, a new scheme.
I mean, Damian Pierce, you know, they got Dalton Schultz. They signed him. They re-signed Laremy Tunsil. You know, so the old lines there. They got Robert
Mechie back.
Bad, yeah. Mechie. I mean, he didn't even play last year. Exactly. You know what I mean? So there is talent. It's just, you know, can you survive the rookie growth? Yeah.
I mean, they got edge rushers. They got
Stingley. I forgot about him too. I mean, they got a good.
There we go.
I was going to say, speaking of, when is this pick coming in?
Oh yeah.
In the 2023 NFL Draft,
Kincaid.
The Detroit Lions select Jack Campbell, linebacker, Iowa.
Iowa. Not the Iowa linebacker.
Once you get outside that top 15 or so, teams have these guys in all different orders.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on everybody's list.
So you Google him, and it says a hockey goaltender. Should Iowa linebacker
on the list
be a Browns target? So he was projected to potentially go to the Browns.
So
I don't understand.
Number 2 inside linebacker, overall rank of 58 and a grade of 80. And you're spending a first-round pick on that?
Number 18. Yeah.
So, here's the thing, man.
That's a Patriot pick.
That's what I was just going to say. That's a Bill Belichick pick right there.
Yeah, or
that's somebody
that's
saying, I don't care. I'm taking Cole Strange, who's nobody really heard of. I mean, I'm not saying nobody heard of him.
But again, you could have taken him in the second round.
Easily.
Yeah.
When you've got Dalton Kincaid sitting right there for Jared Goff.
Oh, good. Tampa Bay's pick is in. That means quarterback.
What? Will?
Oh, yeah.
Will Levis? You kind of have to.
I think so.
I think that's a gift for Tampa Bay right there.
So wait, you're telling me Baker Mayfield isn't going to get a chance?
I think Baker will start.
Yeah, and they'll let him sit for that.
And now you could let Levis sit and battle out Kyle Trask.
I want to see them take him, and then he beats out Baker Mayfield. That's what I truly want, because I hate Baker Mayfield with all my soul.
I know you do. I know.
I don't hate him personally.
How long was his contract? Yeah. Was it 1 or 2 years? It wasn't longer than 2.
It's a 1.
It is a 1. I thought I wasn't sure.
Baker's
So I think he's a stopgap. Yeah. So yes, I see. You got to go with Levis here. Let him sit behind Baker all next year, learn, develop. Then if you're getting blown out,
1 year for $8.5 million. So even if he doesn't start, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Right. Or you just let him start, take his beating, and you end up with a high draft pick. You got a quarterback that has been sitting behind him getting ready, and you add another nice piece next year and turn it over.
What you do is when he gets there, hey, everything Baker Mayfield does, just do the opposite.
I feel like Will Levis is Baker Mayfield 2.0. Though, like
I'm telling you, that's like a Tim Couch, and I'm telling you.
Hey, nah.
You gotta be careful.
I don't believe in Levis at all. So
I don't either.
I
but
know.
like I say, at 19, hey.
Yeah, 19. Why not?
I mean, I gotta shoot.
No, I mean, at that point, it's great. When we were initially starting, we were like, all right, top 10, we could have 4 quarterbacks going, which was what people were talking about. That's too high for Levis.
You know
and
what I would
Richardson.
love? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe. I apologize. I would love for them to take Hendon right here.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, I think that's a steal at 19 coming off the man.
There we go.
Had he not got injured, I think he was a
right. No, you're right.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Elijah Cansey, defensive end, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Wow.
We're on quite the missing streak here.
A lot of teams not thrilled with Will Levis.
No, he's fallen. He's going to fall into the second now.
I thought he was going to. All right, who else is going to take him? Chargers? No. Ravens? No. Minnesota? Are they stuck with Cousins?
No. Kirk Cousins is going to sign another 4-year, $200 million
So then you got Jags, Giants, Dallas, Buffalo, Cincy, New Orleans.
Maybe the Giants?
Yeah. Philly, KC. Nobody.
If the Vikings pass, he's falling out of the first round.
Yeah, that's right.
What do y'all think about this pick, though? Do you think Aaron Donald 2.0?
I mean, by the looks of it, maybe.
I don't know.
That's tough. I shouldn't give him that. They gave him Ed Oliver to comp, so I guess I'll go with that one. I think that's
a little more fair. I mean, that's hard to compare somebody to Aaron Donald.
I'm just thinking like undersized D tackle.
I mean, hella.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great
by
pass
the
rush,
tape,
good hands.
yeah.
And can play the run effectively in a 3-4, like big enough. Like I like it. I love the pick.
Yeah.
Shooting out on the passing downs.
Let's see. Where's Alex at? Alex.
What's crazy is
Oh my God, Herbert getting
281.
JSN. Yeah, he could be. Alex is up next. So Alex, if you're watching, start logging in.
They gonna go wide receiver here, tight end. They go tight end.
Man, I don't know, but with the Chargers coming up next, if they add JSN,
No, you got Seattle first.
I know.
Oh.
I don't know if Seattle will take a wide receiver here. With
Lockett's
Lockett
getting old. Even though I think they just signed to a 3-year contract extension, but Lockett's pretty old.
Yeah.
And often injured. So
might as well give Geno another weapon to pair with DK.
I could easily see that.
Yep.
They could. He's probably going in the next 2 picks.
Hopefully, some of these receivers fall to the Giants.
I can't believe he's the number 1 wide receiver is still in play at pick 20.
I think his lack of speed. I really, and I meant to say that earlier without typing. That's the knock. Like, I don't see. It's different in the pro game. Those boys can press him, and he can't separate.
Yeah,
he's great route running, but I don't know. I agree with you, Joe. I think he's great. I think he's great, but I think that's what a lot of the GMs are looking at is the lack of long speed. Everybody loves speed now, so
give me a guy that can get open.
I agree.
You don't have to take everyone to the house, but can you create?
They're saying they comp him to CD Lamb though, Joe's boy.
That's my boy. Yes, that's my man crush, CD Lamb.
Is he as fast as CD Lamb?
They're saying they compare him.
I'm just saying, is he about the same speed? If he is,
I don't know what he ran, but man, he was better statistically. He was better than Garrett Wilson at Ohio State. So, and Garrett Wilson, pretty good NFL wide receiver. So,
agreed.
Yeah. So, I would have paired them both up if it was me. If they would let me be the GM of the Jets, man. Or Travis, for you, if you would have been working with the Jaguars and worked your way up to GM now, I would have been on the phone with you like, you better fucking take him. So.
Take who? JSN?
I think he's gonna be phenomenal.
We could have been like, hey, we got a mole as an NFL exec. I don't like him because of this. How do you know that? Look, man, we can't give up our choice.
I can't tell you how I know. Just trust me.
I can't tell you how I know, but I know people. All right, I know people who know other people.
I mean, that's how you get into the industry without having to be like the ball boy, right? You got to know the guy that works his way in from Skillbridge, and and it's like, hey man, give me a job. And then
Seattle must be on the phone because this clock is winding, and maybe the Giants. I don't know.
So Seattle, they're hurting for what? They could have probably used a little bit of O-line help, right?
Well, their needs are defensive end, wide receiver, center. Which, they do need some defensive end help, but
I could see Nolan Smith going here. So JSN, what was the other one? Center
center
here,
but not center in the first round. There's no There's
so
nobody.
JSN or Nolan Smith.
Is Smith still out there? Yeah, he is.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I could see them going Dalton Kincaid too.
I mean, they got Cody Parkinson and Noah Fant. I don't know if that's.
Noah Fant's good, but if you want to go with the Bill Belichick philosophy and go with
right, but
go with
Pete Carroll, man, he's not a tight end guy. You know what I mean? He's just never used him that way.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Seattle's still calling around. I think 152.
Yeah, who wants this pick?
Right.
Patriots, trade up, get a wide receiver. Come on, New England.
Here we go.
That would be crazy.
Call him, New England. Make a move, Bill. You only got a couple more years till you hit Don Shula, and then Kraft is going to tell you to go hang out with Brady in Florida.
I wonder if they're friends. Or if he's just like,
I hope one day he writes a book and he tells why he did what he did. I still want to know why Malcolm Butler got got benched in the Super Bowl. I still want to know. I'd rather know that than who shot JFK. I would rather. That's my JFK right there. I want to know why Malcolm Butler.
And they made him stand right on the sideline.
And we lost to Philly.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me he couldn't play better.
Yeah.
I still am mad at that one.
54 seconds. Still no pick.
Where's this in Kansas City, right?
And
yeah, it's KC, yeah.
JSN ran a 4.48, so he's not slow. So I don't get it, man. I don't understand. I don't.
What is the why did at 33 seconds? What really?
I mean, Pete Carroll's a little old man. Maybe he fell asleep.
I mean, look, the draft room. Everybody's got their arms crossed. Like,
wait a minute.
Oh, they put the pick in.
They're looking at West Coast time, Jim. West Coast time.
Pick is in.
Wait, we're on the clock.
Wait a minute.
Oh shit! Hurry, somebody pick.
Pick is in. Come on, let's go.
God.
When was the last time somebody forfeited Pete?
What, the Vikings?
The Vikings, right?
I thought so, but it's been what year was that?
Oh man, that was.
I remember they were just talking.
2000 was that 2003? Was it?
Yep, you nailed it. That's why you're the guru.
What was the reason?
There was no reason.
They didn't say what happened?
They didn't. I don't think they got it in, right? Something happened.
Yeah,
they didn't get it in time. There was a.
I was going to say the facts, but that was somebody. That was a free agent signing. They missed the deadline by getting they signed a contract and didn't fax it in time.
All right, they're clapping. All right, let's see. What do you got?
They were unable to complete thanks to a botched first round maneuver. Saturday, make a rare pass in the. They were. It was a trade before the 15-minute time. Yeah, they didn't get it in time, and they were trying to trade with the Ravens. They delayed their choice. Let's see. I just think that Jacksonville wouldn't have gotten Byron Leftwich then. That's who was the next pick after that, they said.
I like Byron. I think we did it wrong.
All right. Is Alex here yet?
No, it is Seattle. There we go. Here's another Make-A-Wish thing, it looks like.
Where'd he come from? Marshall, right? Was Byron?
Yes, sir.
Byron, yep.
Remember the ankle game when they was carrying him down the field and he came back and won the game?
That's right.
The Seattle Seahawks are champions of growing the game of football at the youth and high school levels. Joining me on stage are local boys tackle football players and local girls flag players who are pioneers in flag football growth.
Colby, I'm happy.
Men and women embody the NFL values of respect, integrity, resiliency, and responsibility to their teams.
You know, I forgot to do
Congratulations on your accomplishments in your academic and football careers. Now to make the selection, please welcome Bethany Uribe.
Colby's not happy at all, John.
That's crazy. That's a great pick.
I thought it was a great pick, too.
With the 20th pick in the 2023
You could have Will Montgomery the fourth.
The Seattle Seahawks select Jackson and Jigba, wide receiver.
There it is.
Good pick, Seattle. Good pick, Seattle.
Right in front of Alex. Alex thought he was getting him.
Speaking of Alex, hey, buddy, what's up? And he's gone.
Better late than never, right?
And Jackson Smith in Jigba is gone.
It was right there. It was right
there for you.
Dang it.
And
Don't
Seattle
worry, you guys
was saying,
will get a lineman again, man. Don't worry about it.
No, we're done with linemen. Last 2 years, I tolerated that. We're done with it. We need some skill position players. Let's go.
Tight end. There you go.
Michael
Dalton
Meyer,
Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid, Zay Flowers. They're all right there for us. We got.
You haven't had a tight end since Antonio Gates left.
Well, we tried Hunter Henry.
You tried
Bill
Hunter
Belichick
Henry.
called him up and gave him a fat payday, so it
Yeah,
didn't work out. I miss him.
Man, I not to steal your thunder right now, Alex, but Colby is making me so happy right now. I just have to. I gotta jump in and say
I have an amazing video of Colby when that trade happened. He was not happy, and it's a great video. We're in public too, so that makes it all better.
That's awesome. I didn't like the trade at first. I'm not gonna lie, but the fact we still got one of the top-ranked cornerbacks, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long.
So what was Colby? What were you hoping for at that point? Like I'm kind of curious because you got a great corner. Well, what?
I mean, Colby is not a Mac Jones fan. He is not a Mac Jones fan. He saw Will Levis still there, so he really wanted Will.
I'd rather stick with Mac.
Come on.
I'd rather stick with Mac.
I would rather stick with Mac than Will Levis too.
I would rather stick with Mac. There's a reason why Will Levis hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
The reason why Tennessee didn't take him. There's a reason why a few other teams didn't take him. I'm not sold on him. I see Tim Couch.
I'm going to say that video of him eating the banana without taking the peel off. Just if I was a GM drafting, I'd be like, nope, no, I'm done. Nobody does that.
Is that a thing he did?
Yeah, there's a video out there. He's just like munching on a banana without opening it.
He ate
the whole thing, like the peel and everything. Just I'm not delusional. I'm telling you, go look it up.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, the medical bills alone. If he's eating raw things like that, the medical bills alone are gonna.
How do you even stomach a banana peel? I mean, that is not.
That's like chewing on a shoe.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. Like, what are you gonna do?
Steaks well done too.
Yeah, like Al-Udeed steaks too. Like,
yeah.
Which Jim, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
You could not tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, when we were deployed. When we were deployed, they would have like steak night, and you'd go to get the steak, and you'd see the grill, and the flames were like 6 or 7 feet tall, and they're pulling steaks out of it, and you could beat somebody to death with it. That's how well cooked it was. They
were black as sin.
It was horrible. I don't even know how they found the steaks in the flames. The flames were so big, like I can't even imagine sticking anything in there.
Why didn't they fire the chef?
What do you mean? That was like premier eating when you were deployed.
Don't you dare call them chefs.
Sorry.
Yeah, not
just
chefs.
Plus you wearing a chef hat.
I'd rather have like fried pigeon. You know, the
service members. Yeah.
Walking around
Oh, it was the worst. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Kobe, man, look, I get it. I don't love Mac Jones. But drafting Will Levis is not the answer. You know what would have been the answer? Trying to get Lamar Jackson. That would have been a feasible answer. I would have been happy with that.
That's not Bill Belichick's style, though.
No, but I mean, that would have made me happy. So, I mean, who are you going to go?
Nolan Smith is still sitting there, too.
Who are you going to go after?
Travis, I mean, what are you thinking here?
Because then
I know you want to see wide receiver here for the Chargers, but I mean, with Nolan Smith still sitting there, he fits, right?
I think we're going to see a tight end or a receiver here. I think that they've ignored loading up around Justin Herbert for way too long at this point. I mean, we got Keenan Allen, who's on the wrong side of 30. Mike Williams on the wrong side of $20 million a year. We got Jalen Guyton coming back from a torn ACL. Like we need something to help out Justin. It's inexcusable at this point.
You got Josh Palmer.
Still a beast, though, man.
When he's available, yes. When he's available.
Does Eckler still want to trade?
He does, but he also said he'd come back and play for us because the the running back market is just not what he wanted it to be.
Yeah,
and I feel bad for him because he deserves to be paid more than he's being paid right now as an undrafted running back. But it's just the market's not there for him. So I think he's better off.
That's a whole conversation we can have too, because I mean he signed the contract. Yeah, he didn't have any problem with it.
As an undrafted running back, yes.
Yeah, he signed it. Gordon. It was great money for him at the time. Like, don't complain now. You signed the contract, play your contract. Like, I know me and John have this conversation a lot. Like, if you suck, you don't give the money back. But when you play great, you want more. You know what I mean? Like, if you sign a contract, honor the contract. But it should work both ways. It should work both ways. Like GMs should not be cutting players in their contract. Like if you sign a contract,
you out right now.
I know. If you sign a contract, both sides should honor the contract. It shouldn't be we're cutting you after 2 years, and it shouldn't be I'm demanding a pay raise because I played good last year. Like it should be a mutually respected document that says I got you and we're running through.
All right, hold on, Joe.
All right.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Quentin Johnston, wide receiver, TCU.
That's a nice pick.
Hey,
That is a
TCU
nice
players have a great history coming to the Chargers.
Right.
LaDainian Tomlinson, 21, right there.
I think wasn't Denzel Mims TCU too though?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
No, this kid looks really good. Quinn Johnson looks really
Well, he just blew right by
I'm
somebody.
excited.
Yeah, fast as lightning, right?
That's what we've needed, and you see that in two ways. Because one, we went out, we got Kellen Moore, a coordinator that knows how to stretch the field with playmakers. He made Dak look like a great downfield passer. I'll be honest, I think Justin Herbert's twice the downfield passer that Dak Prescott is. So what's next? Well, now we have to get the position pieces in place in order to stretch the field with the play calling. So I really think that anyone that can stretch the field for us and then open up Austin Eckler for the dump offs like he excels at. You got Keenan Allen running the short routes. I think this is a good move.
Have a good night, Kobe. Drive safe.
Yep. Kobe,
Yeah,
don't
be
drive.
careful.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
Drive angry.
It's the only way he drives.
Yeah. And I don't appreciate his little quib there at the end about the match suck worse than the Jets. Like you don't have to imagine it, Colby. You're gonna realize it. You're gonna realize it this year.
I told him at the beginning of the night, like, hey, Patriots could very well be a third or fourth team in the division this year. And I think it purely comes down to whether Tua stays healthy or not. I think that's going to be the deciding factor on who's third or fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Jets are 1 or 2, depending on what the Bills do.
Right.
So. Look at John. Like he just.
I'm higher on the Jets. I'm higher on the Jets because they're making moves. What have the Bills done this offseason? What have they done in the past 3 off seasons, really, to other than bringing in Stephon Diggs? They are not solving the problems that they have. The Jets, what's your problem been? Quarterback. You went out and got one of the best quarterbacks available. I mean,
I don't like the row line though.
I like this guy at the bottom. I like this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Line. That's their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Mekhi Becton. I've been hearing about Mekhi Becton for 3-4 years now.
Oh yeah.
There's a starter already because he's coming back this year. Don't worry. He can jump over a car just like that other guy could have got drafted.
He pushed his trucks for workouts, but
I mean, I'm sure he can. It doesn't mean he can block anybody. But
they just got to keep his legs healthy. That's his biggest problem.
Yeah.
He can't stay healthy, but if he could stay healthy and Elijah Vera Tucker comes back, fine. I mean, that's 2 nice pieces. They should have had Broderick Jones right there, but the Steelers stole him.
So, you know what's fun is I was going back today rewatching last year's draft special. I came away with some really good sound bites where we were just 100% accurate. We were smart and we didn't even know it yet. But we talked about how Commanders are being a dumpster fire. Well, yeah, that panned out extremely well. Whenever the A.J. Brown happened, we were all like, crap, Philly's not messing around this year. Well, you know, they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about the Wilson to Wilson connection and the Rodgers to Rodgers connection. Now we got the Wilson to Rodgers connection. So, in a way, we were right. We just didn't know the right math, but we got there.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I remember saying last year the Eagles were the team to beat in the East. Forget Dallas. Everybody was high on Dallas, and Eagles, unfortunately, went to the
They should have won.
Yeah.
They should have won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so what do we got? What do we got coming up?
I got 2 more picks, and I'm done. That's what I got.
What do you mean? You've got 4 picks till you're up, right?
No, I got Minnesota.
Yeah.
Ravens, Minnesota, Jacks.
Yeah.
G-Man.
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there.
I'm trying.
Do some jumping jacks or push-ups or something good. You know what I mean?
But I stand up and walking upstairs.
Being on this central time zone, it's a bit different than the West Coast. I miss it.
Oh, I don't know.
Where are you now?
I'm in Kansas now, so.
Oh, okay.
Still not growing a beard. Look at you. You still look like you're in the military.
I shaved for the show today. You're welcome.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. What I learned was that in the military, I wanted the beard because I couldn't have it, and now if I don't need it, I don't need it. But I do like it still.
Yeah, me too. Oh man. All right. So we've got, what do we got coming up? Ravens, Vikings. Travis is on the clock, followed by Jim. Then Jim, you're gonna want to stick around and see what the Cowboys do, right? Then we got Mark waiting in the wings after that.
Who cares about the Cowboys?
And then Cincy.
So
Saints,
Zeke, where's Zeke?
Eagles.
Zeke's not signed. They're letting him go. Right? He didn't sign with anybody.
Zeke
and he was pretty upset that nobody's come after him.
I don't think he's signed anywhere yet.
No.
I thought he signed.
No. So they got Pollard and I don't know. Maybe they're going running back.
They had him linked to somebody. I forgot who it was.
He seems like an after draft signing.
Yeah.
Once he kind of feels out the market, sees what teams are needing him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know he might go to Detroit now. I mean,
yeah.
They're going to release Swift.
Yeah, they might just keep.
I don't get it, man. DeAndre Swift.
What did Swift say to Dan Campbell? What did he say on day one that just instantly doghouse day one?
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
No, he is.
But on
so
Hard Knocks,
good.
they loved him. They hyped him up. So
yeah,
I don't get it.
I can't.
How do I join this? Colby wants a link. He wants to come on. It looks like he wants to.
He needs some of that. He needs some of that therapy.
How many people can we have on at once? The pick is in for the Ravens. Good. Come on.
Oh, plenty. Plenty. Colby, I need
send them a link.
Drop an email address in here in the chat, and I'll send you a link.
I'll say this is the first football thing I've enjoyed since 27-0 at halftime in the division. Tell you what, Colby flipped
I forgot about that. Travis is so, look at him.
He's being quiet, and I hate it. He's being quiet because he knows. He knows.
I almost said something earlier, but I said, you know what? Because my picture's on top of yours, so I was like where I should be. But
hold on, let me fix that for you.
Tell you what, at halftime, Colby turned to me and said, "Hey, Alex, you guys are gonna win." I said, "Colby, have you ever watched Chargers football before? This is not over."
Oh man,
I
right back.
I didn't get that game. I horrific. I mean, I know we talked about it last year, but that was just insane.
That's
insane.
An all-time Chargers game.
Ugh.
Find ways to lose.
I mean, like say the first pick on the first or second play of the game.
Yeah,
like
Asante
the
Samuel.
pass, like I mean, went right to the DB. Like, come on. But
Trevor Lawrence, he kind of made me a believer that game because if you can come back in your biggest game of your life like that against a team that I would say is fairly comparable to your own, and you come back like that and you're able to pull out a win, hey, hats off to you, man. That's awesome. I can't be upset. It's not like we lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs. So,
and especially how he started. You know, I mean, what do you have? 3 picks right away. Pick 6. I mean, just not looking good at all. To stay poised.
The 22nd pick in the 2023 draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Zay Flowers.
Boston College.
Nice.
I like Zay Flowers.
I like him too.
Yep.
the Ravens are that offense.
That's nice right there. That's a nice pick, man.
And they remember they're still linked to D-Hop, but since that wasn't traded right there, I don't see it. But
right.
Well, I don't see them giving up a first anyway for D-Hop.
I don't know how much faith y'all put in the Pat McAfee show, but according to one of their guys, D-Hop's been linked to the Chiefs and the Bills pretty heavily. So I don't know. That's a big cap hit.
Yeah. You hate to see him go to
K-State.
I think he's upwards of $20 million a year. I mean, he was one of the first mega wide receiver deals.
That's right.
Okay, what'd I miss?
Wonder.
Zay Flowers.
All right, where's Colby at? I was expecting an email address by now.
D-Hop's cap number this year is $30 million. So I mean, you have to plan well in advance for something like that to come on board.
Zay Flowers.
So if you trade for him,
He's so unhappy. He would restructure before the trade signing.
I'm sure he would. Yeah,
he would have to.
Yeah.
But at that point, I mean, he's been unhappy with his last 2 teams. I mean, how long are you going to have this guy? Is it worth what you're giving up?
Yeah.
You know, he's 31 now. How much does he have left in the tank?
I sent.
I'll take him in New England.
Who'd you send?
I'll take him for a serious pay cut.
I see him going to, like you said, Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens.
Just Colby, just drop your email in the chat. All right, so yeah.
Oh, Mark too. Go ahead. Make it the Brady Bunch. Come on.
Yeah, jump on in. So Vikings up. Is this if Will Levis doesn't go here? I don't think he's going. So this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Thielen's going to make the most money in any NFL career without ever doing anything. If you think about it. I mean, that guy's gotten paid every year. The Vikings have no choice but to keep him still. He doesn't put up bad numbers.
Who?
Cousins?
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Cousins.
Wait, did you say Adam Thielen?
Yeah, I don't know why.
All right. I know him a couple whiskeys in, but I was like...
I'm not even whiskeys in. I'm a couple hours past my bedtime.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the Carolina Panthers depth chart.
See, I'm telling you, you guys need to move West Coast. It's only 7:48. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I know Alex misses it.
I do. West Coast, Best Coast. They call it that for a reason.
I'm telling you, here's Bill's Mafia. There he is. What's up, Mark? And it's the Brady Bunch. Can you hear us?
Yep.
There he is. All right. So we got the whole group here. The whole the whole group is together. So Minnesota is on the clock. 4 minutes left. Oh man, where do they go? I mean, Zay Flowers is now gone. So if they were looking to maybe look to replace a wide receiver, but they need help on defense. What's behind Captain Kirk? I mean, they got there's a lot of places they can go.
I mean, they just lost Thielen. So.
Right. So I mean, they could grab another wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that Ravens offense. Mark Andrews, who nobody can cover. Guy's always open.
So it looks like Jordan Addison is linked to them too. That was I just pulled up a mock draft and I just seen that.
I really liked what I saw out of Addison as well. I would have been happy with us choosing him.
Yeah.
I wish he would fall to us, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Unless Minnesota, yeah.
Mark, I told you there's no way Robinson falls to you.
Yeah. Well, he definitely went a lot sooner than I thought he would.
He went way sooner than I thought he would too, but I thought there was no way he was going to be available in the 20s.
Look, Mark, don't worry about it, man. You got SEC beast Damian Harris on the team now, man.
That's true.
And if he can stay healthy, I'm happy with it.
I mean, he's been very
I mean,
stable.
20. What was
he
it?
really has, minus last year.
Off.
All right, Colby, you should have the link. I don't know if we could fit 7 people on, can we?
Wow, it's gonna be a new record.
We're gonna try it. I think we could bring 8 on, if I remember correctly.
Do it.
So we'll see if
we can break the internet. Try and break the internet. Go ahead.
Hey, it's not mine. I'll break it. So, all right. Is the clock still running on this pick?
2:22.
Yeah.
All right. So Minnesota doesn't know what to do. All right. Should they take a corner? Should they take a quarterback? Should they take a wide receiver?
They strike gold with wide receivers, boy. Historically, they do very well when it comes to picking wide out.
And no tight ends have gone yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised Kincaid hasn't gone.
Me too. He is very good. So is Michael Mayer, though. So
does Jacksonville need a tight end?
Both on the board. Dalton Kincaid is the 14th overall ranked, and Mayer is the 19th overall ranked. So we hate tight ends apparently in the NFL. So,
which is crazy, but I'm happy for it because that's what a lot of Jags fans wanted in the first was a tight end.
That would be a scary addition for Trevor Lawrence.
But right now with none of them going yet, I'll wait to the second round. Right now, since none of them off the board, maybe if all of them went, you had to pick one like Darnell, Washington, or Mayer.
Why not take Kincaid though with the 5th-year option in the first?
Because I don't think because they're trying to extend Ingram to a long deal, so that could be detrimental. There, he'd be like, "Oh, you just signed a first-round tight end."
We can bring 7 in. I don't have Colby on video though.
We could bring 9 maybe.
I would. I don't know. I mean, Ingram versus Kincaid. I'd rather have Kincaid on a rookie contract.
Hey, boy, but you don't know what he's going to do. Like, you got to prove a commodity. I'm taking Ingram.
I don't know. Jim knows what Ingram can do. I think this year was more of an outlier, but
he can't catch the ball. I know that.
Yeah, Colby, what's up, man?
Oh, just driving home from absolute disappointment at Buffalo Wild Wings. Can I ask? Is it Joe? Is that the other? No. Sorry.
John. John's the Patriots fan.
John, what are we doing?
You didn't like that?
Dude, don't get me wrong. A cornerback's great. We lost McCourty. We need to boost up the defense. But dude, our offense deplorable. Mac Jones
deplorable. He said
is 38.5. Okay, he is on par with Carson Wentz. Tell me what about this is gonna be a winning season this next season. No,
I'm not saying it is. I'm not even saying it is.
This is great.
Do we like not making it to the playoffs? Do we like watching our Twitter feed be like, we'll get them next year? No, dude, it's terrible. It's absolutely miserable. I drink more beers during the after party of the game because I'm depressed. Because watching the game is just getting my hopes up just to be disappointed. It's like a high school sweetheart breaking your heart every other week. I almost feel equal to Alex's team the last 10 years. It just hurts. It just hurts.
Watch the strays there, bud. Damn.
So Colby, let me ask you this, man. If you don't mind, how old are you?
25. Okay, listen.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You've had 22 years.
No. Hold on. So Colby, my youngest son's 25. My oldest is 30. All they know is winning. And there's the same way they hate it. Look, I've been a Patriots fan since I was born in 71. Okay. I've been watching the Patriots. They've been my team since they hit the TV waves.
There we go, Vikings.
I'm used to losing. Things happen.
So what do you want me to say to that? Oh, it's okay for mediocrity. Not mediocrity. It's okay to be bad. No.
I thought the Giants were getting hit, Madison.
Your name is Mac Jones, okay? We pay you X million dollars a year. We're okay with not winning games. And if we are winning games, it's because our defense can make 7 touchdowns in a row. I mean, what is this about? We'd rather
look, Colby. I don't disagree with you. I don't think Mac's the guy either, but you got to give him one more chance. You got to give him Bill O'Brien, see what he does.
I had more hope when the Lightning was on the field. When my boy Bailey Zappi is out there throwing some
we may see him, man.
I do hope we see more of Zappi because he looked like he had some real potential there where he was given the chance.
No,
but I'll tell you what, though.
How many wide receiver threes can you guys sign?
Here's the thing: we've never won a Super Bowl with a top 10 wide receiver. We never won with Randy Moss. Never. Yeah, we had Gronk, but I mean, you're talking tight end. We've never had a stud wide receiver won a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, it's like what KC just did last year. I mean, they had a number 1 tight end, and they had a bunch of number 2s and number 3s.
Yeah.
And that's all they needed.
But the outlier is Patrick Mahomes. So we don't have him.
Outlier Tom Brady for you guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So we don't have them. Those quarterbacks come once. Now, honestly, I wanted them to go after Lamar Jackson. I truly did. I wanted to go after Lamar Jackson. I would have been pumped with that. But like somebody said,
I wouldn't have been upset, but I don't think he. I mean, it's not my place maybe because we're not in a great position. But I don't think he's our answer. He's an okay.
I think he's a better answer than Mac Jones.
Our scheme for the last 20 years has been pass. So why would running be the scheme? We have.
Who would you want though?
Hey, hold on.
Will Levis.
Hey,
hold on. We got to trade. Got to trade.
We got to trade.
Back-to-back picks now.
Me and Travis. It looks like.
Ooh.
Zach's traded out of the first round.
Oh, Travis,
No, you moved back one.
Welcome to winning. This is what happened, buddy.
You moved back one.
Oh, they
Travis?
swapped. Okay, my
Yeah, we just swapped.
Did they swap?
It showed Giants back-to-back for a second there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take that.
That's interesting. All right. Well, let's see what
Giants
happens.
to take the Gators'
you know, though,
third-string wide receiver.
John, we talked about this, I think, going in last year or the year before that, and Colby, you know, it's going to be a shock for, I think, a lot of Patriots fans, and that's what John's kind of getting to, is you get so used to this is the way the Patriots play, and then it's not anymore. And it's not just a quick like, oh, we'll just get another starting quarterback, because that's not an easy thing to do. So, you know, it might be a decade of quarterback carousel.
What's up, bud?
Are you on Twitter? Do you see what our fan base is?
Is there a fan base? Is there a Patriots fan base on Twitter? I thought it was just the Jets.
I mean,
I know the Jets ain't talking.
Oh yeah,
we're as delusional.
Jets run Twitter.
Okay.
So
people think that Mac Jones is the future. It doesn't. I can't comprehend it. I don't understand.
We have the Jet syndrome. Joe said earlier. I've heard. And I love Joe, but I love seeing him in pain about the Jets. I'm not gonna lie. But here's the thing. I've heard 2 years in a row now from Joe that they have too many weapons. I still have to keep laughing at that. Jim and I laugh at that all the time.
Well, John, looks like your time with us is up, so thanks for
Man, we can't have 7 people. But Colby, they're going to figure it out, but there's not an answer at quarterback in the first round of the draft for us. It's not there. Will Levis is not it. That is Tim Couch. Well, Google Tim Couch. I want you to Google Tim Couch.
Hey, Jim, who are you taking real quick?
I think I'm okay. So I think it's either Nolan Smith, or they were talking about Banks. Giants like Banks too. So I think I mean we need defense. So I think cornerback, if it's Banks or Joey Porter Jr., but I'm fine with Smith as well.
So they gave up a 5th and a 7th to move up one spot.
Wow, 2.
Wow.
Way to go, Jags. That's a Belichick move right there.
They must have thought the Cowboys were knocking on the door or something.
Maybe.
Probably,
I have a question, because I don't know this. What did we give away to move 5 spots in the draft pick? Like, why did we get? We got 109.
It was a fourth or 5th round you guys gave up, right?
We got we got. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We received a 4th rounder. So we got 102, 117, and like 120, I think now. I mean, if you look at Belichick's track record, that's where that's
his dream.
Yes, that's where he's the strongest.
Yeah, and really, what were you gonna pick at 14?
What I would
have didn't get?
Will Levis. I'm sorry.
He's still there.
He's still in.
We may get him in the second round.
And if we get him at 46, I think it's where we were at, 46, I'll have no complaints. All of this frustration, forget about it, okay? But I'm just saying, right now, before we have him in our possession, through the roof.
He's not good. That's the.
Colby,
I hope they draft him.
College football?
Telling me.
Are
you telling me that Mac is good?
I'm telling you, Will Levis is not good.
If you look up the worst play in NFL history, guess who's on that field?
Mark Sanchez.
It ain't Will.
I have to disagree. That's the Indianapolis Colts play when they had a center.
Oh, the fake punt.
Yes, the center, and everybody was off to the right-hand side.
No,
that was the worst play.
I think the Cowboys beat that. This year. Where they had
You're right. Okay.
Yes, that was awful. His last play as a Cowboy too. Oh, beautiful! You love to see it.
Is this kid driving, or is he in an Uber?
Absolutely, I'm driving. Absolutely. I'm driving a Nissan Sentra, probably going to break down. Transmission's going to kill itself. My car bucks more than a freaking Mustang you found in the wild. All right.
Colby, come up to Maine, man. We'll hang out. I'll take you to B-Dubs. We'll hang out. We'll talk. We'll talk about the Patriots.
I'm going to Maine. I'm visiting Boston.
We'll talk about how good our life used to be.
Patriots game.
Hey,
I always thought, John, I always thought you
uh,
knew Colby. That's weird. I didn't know he was friends with Alex. I thought he was a Patriot. Thought it was
I
your
thought he was
guy.
friends with John too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm responsible for that. Sorry.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I do. You know what? Look, I get the frustration, man. I do, but boy, appreciate what we had because I don't think you'll ever see a run like that again. I don't even think Mahomes is going to have that run.
No, God, I hope not.
And that's exactly what I was going to go, John. Like all these babies expect, instant gratification.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis, you just traded again with Buffalo. You moved back 2 more spots. You are loaded up with picks.
Did 4 picks off it.
I haven't even seen that yet. Wait,
just flip.
Don't do that to me yet.
Sorry.
What's crazy is
Giants
we stole our reporter from the Patriots. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Traded the 24th pick to the New York Giants. With the 24th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Deontay Banks.
Banks, that's what they said. That's what they wanted.
So the aforementioned Deontay Banks of Maryland.
All right, we need a corner.
He was just selected by the New York Giants. He's going to play.
Hold on, boys. I'm going to exit. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go downstairs, get on the fiber connection. I'll be on the car.
All right, man.
Be safe.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Giants addressed a need.
Yep.
6 foot, 197.
So you like?
I like bigger legs than that other kid that went to. Where did he go? Washington.
Yes.
I think Washington, right?
Yes.
I need to go back and look up this guy's draft profile because I heard you guys talking about his legs, and I'm just picturing like a
They're like sticks.
cartoon character out
They're
there.
like sticks. They're like Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, but
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, lighter and taller.
Him and AJ Brown next to each other just look weird.
166.
Well, we did say we were going to be shocked if Smith made it through his NFL season without getting killed, and he made it. So I don't know, man. I thought he would have got
missed a
snapped
couple
in 2
games, but yeah, he didn't go out long.
Man, I like that Eagles
If we
offense.
select
I like it a
defense
lot.
here, I'm going to be pissed.
If what?
But
If we select defense here, I'm going to be pissed. Like a linebacker, no. We need to address the damn O-line.
Yeah.
And
Let's
a
see.
wide
So
receiver.
best fit for you guys is Joey
Cyrus
Porter.
Torrance or Steve Avila would be my top O-line pick.
So what did Jaguars deal the 25th pick to? They got a 4th round pick, number 130 in return.
That's fine.
So a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th added by moving back. How many spots? 3?
Oh,
yeah.
That's Belichick
3.
move right there, man.
3,
That
right.
is a Belichick move right there. And if he can get the top pick in the 2nd round, he'll probably do that too over there in Jacksonville.
And all the tight ends are still sitting there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless we go Kincaid. I mean,
And they
that's
still go
another weapon
DBs.
with
But they
Knox.
may take at this point. They may take Kincaid.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm signing off.
Good night.
Good night, Jim.
Damn it! Why did they have to trade up?
Feedback on your pick
Thanks for
before you
trading
go?
up. Huh?
No feedback on your pick.
No, I like it. We needed defense. We needed a corner. I mean, our lines have been solid, offense and defense, and
You got plenty of weapons.
you got so many. No, we needed defense. We needed a corner, so I'm happy.
I agree. I agree. Good night.
All right.
Tell him he's
Jim,
got
we'll
to unmute. He can
See you,
take
Jim.
over my spot. I'll see you
Good night,
guys.
Jim.
Thanks
All
for
right,
coming
later,
out,
brother.
Take care.
Okay.
All
Look
right.
at you, the pay man. You know what? Yeah, I'll tell you what. My sons, I text them. So one lives in Arkansas, the other in Hawaii, and I'll get text messages all the time. Dad, what's up with the Patriots? What are they doing? I'm like, they're not always going to win. They're not always going to win, and it's just not going to look. Honestly,
You might be muted.
Yeah, Kobe, you're muted. I see the banner there. I see the hat hanging up. I get it. But you know what?
But he's nice and quiet the way a Patriot fan should be.
But when they're 4-14,
Can't hear you, bud.
keep flying that flag because you know what? That's a true Pats fan.
Back.
Look up Steve
Mark. Who you think y'all going, Mark?
I hope we didn't trade up for Sanders.
Yep. Gotcha.
Beautiful.
You're thinking where, Mark?
I hope we didn't trade up for Sanders. I hope we picked Osiris.
The pick is in.
I wanted Osiris.
In.
If we get Osiris, I'll be happy as hell.
I'd be better. You better not. I would be mad if we do. If you do.
Dude, we need a solid guard so bad, and the dude's a monster.
That he is.
But Florida offensive linemen haven't done well for us, so I don't want Florida players, period. So
I just don't want us to trade up and overreach for Sanders. I mean, he's a good linebacker, but he's a day 2 pick. He's not a day 1 pick.
I'm just throwing it out here. We're missing a Dolphins fan here. We got the whole division.
Yeah.
Dolphins don't have a pick, or else I would have somebody else in here.
Get a 2 and non-believer in here.
So you don't think DB?
Turn on the Pat show.
Honestly, we grabbed 2 corners last year, and Hyde and Poyer are back this year, and I just don't see a need for a DB here, especially with the trade up. It's got to be for an O-line, or at least I hope it is. If we reach for a linebacker, man, I mean, I know we lost Edmonds, but come on.
Sorry, I'm burping up all the drinks I had. Alex knows me. He knows I'm a 2 beer type of man. So I'm on number 4 tonight.
If you go over to Colby's house, you expect to have 2 beers, no more, no less, because he doesn't have any more.
Alex has watched me enough. He's watched enough. He's been with me enough during the games to see how many times I've thrown a hat on the floor, watching just the dumbest plays imaginable. The Steelers game was one of them. That was a brutal one to watch.
Well, the Raiders won too.
Yeah. The Green Bay game, we were in that game. I mean, honestly, think about it. We looked terrible last year, and we had the opportunity to win 11 games. Looked terrible.
That comes down to coaching staff. I mean,
Yep. They got
the best coaching staff in the league. I mean,
I'll say this. I think it was Max either second to last or last game. He actually didn't look terrible. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't look terrible.
And you're really going to look at. I'm sorry, he had Matt Patricia calling the offensive game. I mean, it was the worst offense I've ever seen. I mean, it truly was. The plays didn't flow. There was. I mean, at times he looked okay, but honestly, what I was more concerned with Mac Jones's reactions and his outbursts as a second-year quarterback. To be quite honest, it showed a lot of immaturity last year. That's why there was.
That's not something you're used to seeing on a Patriots team. I mean,
no, and you haven't even proven yourself. And I was floored that Belichick even. I mean, as bad as Patricia was, I was just floored that he let him do it. To be quite honest.
It was January 8th. I tweeted Mac Jones and the Patriots. I was like, who are you?
Oh, hey.
And what have you done with the real Mac Jones?
Wow. What happened with Dawson Knox?
I mean, Knox is good, but maybe we run 2 tight end sets.
There you go.
Hey, that's a scary combo, those 2 go together.
Yeah, I know. That is. I like it.
I'm happy with that. He was the top tight end, too, so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he fell this far. I mean,
I mean that's a steal right there.
Now everybody back traded back.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
So Cowboys, they gotta go Meyer now, right, to replace Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz. I bet the Dallas thought he was going to be there.
Ooh, Dalton Kincaid, nice! Congratulations, Mark. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I like it. More weapons.
Man,
better weapons than the Jets.
Well, let's not. And Mark, we thank you for your time. Have a great night.
I wish you all the not success next year.
I don't think the Patriots fans like it either.
Your division is going to be what the AFC West was supposed to be this last year.
Thanks a lot, Travis. Couldn't just hold your ground. Just take Kincaid.
if we had a good team, this would be probably the most pumped year I would be.
If we had a good team.
The firefight that we would all have. Freaking Bills, Rodgers, dude, this would be awesome. But no, we're stuck with.
So you're saying the AFC East? I mean, Wilson went to the Broncos. Rodgers goes to the Jets. They're gonna have the same type of season, right? Just shit the bed.
I don't think so. No, I think Russell Wilson. That was a special thing watching him and what was their coach's name? The guy Hackett. Watching Hackett just absolutely implode from week one. Just absolutely implode.
The Jets offensive coordinator.
He might be a great offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, that was abysmal.
Hot take: Russell Wilson's a bum.
I've been saying that for years. I mean, I watched too many Seattle games while we were living up there, and he's plastic and he folds.
Look at Russ in there.
Russell Wilson's
bombs.
In the draft, Will Levis.
He's about as good and aerodynamic as this football.
I'll take Russell Wilson over Matt Jones and Will Levis.
Okay, you put me in a predicament. I mean,
10 years ago, maybe.
I'll take it tomorrow.
I'm gonna drop this at the bottom of the screen there.
So older Pats fans know.
It's a good day, Russ.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You know what the pain's like.
So Kobe, look up Scott Zolak. Look up Hugh Millen. Look up Steve Grogan, who wasn't too bad. Who else are we going to throw in there for years? Look up Hugh Millen. He was our starting quarterback for a while. Look up Scott Zolak. He's now a radio voice, I think, for the Patriots. Terrible.
Man.
If you wanted to feel really bad about first-round picks, you could always look up Ryan Leaf just for fun. I mean,
Ryan Leaf. There's another good one.
Hey, you guys did make Matt Castle look pretty good. Just saying.
You sold the Chiefs on him, so thank you for that.
System,
that
man.
you did.
It was a system. They had a phenomenal coaching staff around them.
Man. All right, so Travis, you guys are coming up now that you've screwed the East over. What do you think the Jags are doing? What are you guys looking at?
Definitely corner. Definitely corner or offensive line with Cam Robinson getting suspended for PEDs.
Ooh, yeah, that was today, right?
Yes. Also, our left starting left guard, Ben Barch, who was a mid O lineman anyway. So I want Osiris Torrance or Banks. The reason I choose Banks over like Joey Porter Jr. or an outside guy is because I think we're set on the outside with Tyson Campbell and Darius Williams played way better on the outside. We need a slot and put him in, and then Rashawn Jenkins will probably be gone the next 2 years because he gets almost like 30 or something like 20, 30 mil next year. So they're probably going to cut him after this season because he'll be 31. So, yeah. That's why I
think one of the really good questions is why is Nolan Smith still there?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Nope. How many went though? Well, other than the reaches were crazy. I don't get those other. I don't get it.
I mean, you're going to have those every year.
Campbell.
So I don't know.
But I can't believe he's still sitting there.
I can't. I think the speed and then, it's just like you're saying the tape. They keep going back to the tape. He wasn't dominant. He wasn't. But when you have a defense for the last 3 years that produced how many first rounders? I think they're like 11 now. The last 3 years. Come on, like you seriously can't be mad. 11 off defense alone.
Right.
You can't expect to make the one guy to make all the plays. It's 11 first rounders on the team on the field with. So you're not going to make plays like the person that plays for Iowa, who is the only good D1 or 5-star athlete on the field. Yes, he makes all the plays because he's the only athlete on the field. So that's just my take. But
okay. I still feel like he should be there.
I completely agree.
Somebody should have taken him at this point. Like you talked about with some of the reaches that have happened already. It's like why not take the reach on Nolan Smith if that's what you know.
Yeah. And they did it to Iowa State DN or outside linebacker, edge rusher, and he's the same size,
right,
or same weight. He's a little taller than Nolan Smith, but they're the same weight. So if that was your concern, was your edge rusher, outside rusher being too small for a 4-down player, you take a guy the same weight.
Yeah, give me the guy from Georgia. Give me.
Yeah, exactly. The competition.
You ran a 4.39.
Yes.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand the draft process, obviously, but and Colby's got a 36.1 QBR. That's pretty bad. We got to work with him in the offseason.
That's only our starter.
Oh man, it's fun watching this next generation of Patriots fans come up with the hate and the hate and piss and vinegar just flowing through the veins.
But that's I love it, and to see how many hop off the bandwagon, that's what's gonna be the funny part.
Yeah.
Listen, all the fakers who left when Brady left, good riddance. All right.
I knew the second Brady left, that was it. It was it. You weren't replacing him. Whoever came after him, poor Cam Newton. I felt bad for Cam Newton. Had to follow him. And then Mac Jones, everyone's like, oh, Mac Jones is going to be the next Tom Brady. I just want Mac Jones, to be decent.
Be a viable quarterback?
Be a viable quarterback.
Shit, I'd give my left nut for a viable quarterback.
Oh, says the guy with Aaron Rodgers on his team now. So,
well, that's why I have one ball. So,
you and Mike Vrabel, you guys kind of think along the same lines there. I see.
Is there any rules to having beer on YouTube? I have no clue if that. By the way, I don't want to
say that again.
Is there any rules to having beer on YouTube?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I hope not. Over here.
Quite a bit of drink.
No, you're clean. You're good to go.
The Cowboys kind of surprised me with that pick. I thought for sure they'd be going with Meyer.
Oh shit! I got so caught up in talking that I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, they took Moses.
So they went Nolan Smith. Nice.
No, they went Moses.
No, Moses.
Oh, best fit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. That is kind of surprising.
I would assume they would have waited till the last half second and then panicked and then not know who to choose the last millisecond.
Dude's strong. I like he's good against the run.
6'3",
the pocket on passing.
323.
Yeah, that's a big man.
And got some speed. He can run.
It's nice. All right, so Travis, this is your moment in the sun, unless they trade out again. But I don't know how many more picks they want. I really don't. But
like I said, I think
it's either they're going to tackle or
there's
guard.
no tackles left. I don't see any. There's no tackle worth getting right here. So
yeah,
you got to go. If you go lineman, you got to go Torrance. Because we signed Josh Wells off for the Bucks, brought him back after a 3-year hiatus. He's a swing tackle for the Super Bowl run last time, or AFC Championship game where they cheated us, but that happens.
Who did?
The refs.
I don't recall anything.
Miles Jack wasn't down. Go up 17 with 3 minutes left, not coming back.
Look, Travis, they weren't letting Jacksonville beat New England, man. It wasn't happening. Okay.
What? So if they don't blow that whistle and they let Miles Jack play out and he scores that touchdown, y'all still winning that game?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
So inadvertent whistle. He even said inadvertent whistle. Cost.
Yeah, 100%.
If there's one thing we've learned these last few years is that the refs are too human to a fault. I mean,
I'm not blaming them.
There's one thing consistent.
We choked. We stopped running. I mean, we got Q, and then we kept running it. All the plays we ran in the first half, they were effective. We didn't try. We didn't run it all in the second half. They just kept handing the ball to Fournette. And 3 yards, 3 runs, and punt. That's all they kept doing the whole second half.
Sounds a lot like the Chargers this last playoff.
Yeah.
couldn't move the ball in the second half.
Man, that was such a fun game to watch. Alex, I'm sorry.
It really wasn't. It was fun for half.
as a overall fan, without any type of allegiances, that game was fun to watch. For you, heartbreaking.
Happy to
For
provide
Travis, I can't even imagine the joy that took place in the second half, like the pure, unadulterated joy that you must have felt in your heart must have been incredible. And Alex, the pain, I'm sorry, must have been incredible. But from an outsider's point of view, that game was awesome. John, I think you could agree with me here.
So my favorite part of that was the individual who bet $1 million at halftime to win 14,000.
Oh yeah,
14,000. Probably just being a wise ass. You know what I mean? And
that man has watched the Chargers.
Wait, what is this? What is this?
You didn't know about that?
I did not hear this. No.
Wow. Bet. It was a halftime bet when the Chargers were up. He bet like $1 million on the money line too. The money line. So he bet $1 million to win $14,000.
Oh,
the ROI on that was like 0.0, like like not even 1% return on that.
It was just crazy.
Wow. So he literally did it to be a smart ass, and it came back.
Yep.
And I'm sure $1 million didn't bother him.
How did I not hear about that?
Do that.
It was everywhere. Oh man, it was
Man, I'm gonna bring Russ back in since we got the whole gang together. Look at
Who's Russ for? What's his team?
He's the Colts. So, hey, Russ, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Hey, welcome back. That civilian hair is getting kind of long.
Yeah, I can't grow a beard, so I might as well grow my hair.
You and John both.
I can't grow either, man. I'll tell you what, you get a little bit older. It becomes a struggle. It becomes a struggle, man.
All right, Travis, the pick is in.
Yep. We'll see.
All right. So, make your pick. Where are we going? Call it.
I want Banks, but the corner or the safety out of Alabama, but we'll see. Or Branch. I can say Banks. I meant Branch. I'm sorry.
Branch.
Would you be
I want Branch.
They want Anton Harrison?
I'm okay with Joy Porter. I'm okay with a corner or offensive guard go out of Torrance out of Florida. Anybody else, I would be highly disappointed. Unless we get Nolan Smith. I'll be okay with that.
What about Harrison?
I don't like him. And I live in Oklahoma and I watch a lot of OU football. And I don't see him as being dominant. Especially with the weak Big 12 defenses.
I didn't know you were in Oklahoma. I thought you were.
Yes, sir. I'm in OKC. No, I'm OKC.
Oof.
Celtics finished.
Well, I do know that that Russ loves OKC, especially the what was it? Where's that? Where was that place we went to?
The
water park area.
The 4-in-1 bar.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even there anymore.
Okay. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
So, no, that place was crazy. I don't remember what it was called.
Jag's pick is in.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil
Did
it.
he pick? We picked Harrison.
Watching.
Wow. Okay. Well, there it is.
Antoine Harrison, tackle. Number 7 ranked on the tackle list. That's interesting. So who else is there? Let me take a look. So you could have had Matthew Berger, number 5, and Cody Monch from North Dakota State at number 6.
All those
Cody's
two reaches.
Not even supposed to be going until late second, early third.
Yeah.
That does feel like quite a reach.
This was a value pick, and especially on the day with him getting suspended. I think if Robertson don't get suspended today, I think we go a different direction. I don't see this.
I did see him in some mock drafts though, going in the first round.
Really?
Yep. What was it? A CBS one, I think, or NBC one? I thought I had him late first.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
he was 4th tackle, right? 4th or 5th tackle drafted.
Yeah.
That's about right for him.
He'd be number 5.
Yeah, that North Dakota State guy, and then the other one from 2 smaller schools. Nah, those are projects. I'm taking me a big school guy.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah, I mean that's a smart play. Yeah, if you're going to take him versus a North Dakota State guy, obviously.
Oh, hey, come on, man, Cole Strange, don't go.
Oh no, I'm talking about the number 6 offensive tackle on the board.
I know. I'm talking about Cole Strange,
but also Cole Strange. Yeah, he should not be drafted in the first round. So, but at least you got the 5th-year option on him.
Hey, it's smart of them to trade down and still get their guy that they probably wanted. I mean,
I don't think
get some extra draft capital.
Yeah.
Hey, but you're protecting your number 1, right? I mean, that's.
Yeah, you're now going for 5 years, which is a huge thing, especially with O-linemen. I mean, look at how many O-linemen went down last year. Every team needed somebody.
Yeah, and you got to keep Trevor Lawrence Simmons on his feet.
Yes, you do.
All right, so the Bengals already have their pick in, so they know exactly who they wanted.
So they signed an O-lineman, right? They signed the dude from KC. What's his name?
Is that Orlando Brown they got?
Orlando Brown, thank you. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
who else do they really need? Who do they need at this point?
Tight end.
Complete team.
Right?
Safety.
Corner.
Safety help maybe. Corner, yep.
Yeah.
Or
corner,
tight end.
Because do they have Apple?
I think
he's
isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going corner. Joey Porter or
Joey Porter would be a nice fit. Yeah.
It can't get a lot worse than Eli Apple at this point. I mean,
that's what I'm like. Or even Ringo.
Selection made, Miles Murphy. Defensive end, Clemson.
Okay.
He was a projected first round. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. Number 3 defensive end, overall ranking of 24. So, so it doesn't look like they reached
268.
Big dude, 6'5", 268 is what ESPN is showing.
Yeah, big end, not a rusher. Like he plays the run well.
Yeah.
Does all right in the pass. So
that was
you probably line up opposite Hendrickson then, or
yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
not a bad pick.
And may even slide him down inside on pass rushing downs. Bring in the other small defensive end they have. Forgot his name.
Yeah, but don't think about who's opposite Hendrickson though.
I think it's Osai. I think is his name.
Joseph Osai, or it's not Joseph anymore.
Oh,
it was Joseph in the draft, but he changed it.
Here, hold on, let me see who they got here.
But yeah, Osai, OSSAI, right?
My son-in-law's a Bengals fan, so I got to follow him to laugh at him.
There's not much laughing anymore.
No, there isn't. They're really good. Hubbard, Sam Hubbard. That's who's opposite.
Sam Hubbard. They still got him? I thought he got traded.
Yeah. Well, they're still showing on the depth chart.
Is Osai still? Where's Osai at? Is he second line?
Oh,
yes.
I forgot. No, they signed Basham too.
Yes, they did.
That's crazy.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. I gotta head to bed though.
All right, Mark. Have a good one, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, have a good night.
Take it easy, brother.
Good luck this year. I hope we beat you.
Too.
No good luck. No good luck.
Later, guys.
Later, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Joe, Osai's still there too.
Yeah.
He is?
Yep.
What's it showing his first name at now?
Joseph.
It's Joseph still.
Is it still showing Joseph? I know it. Like some of his cards had a different name on it.
Yep, Joseph Osai.
It's weird.
They're stacked, man.
Yeah,
they really are.
They
really are. So the Saints,
safety though or something.
Yeah, the Saints on the clock now. They have to hit it out of the. They have to hit something big here, right? I mean, that's a team that's been pushing.
You can flip a coin on any position they need.
Right.
They've got to get some. They can't reach on a player here.
Are they even in the NFL anymore? I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know anything about them.
Will Levis here?
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you took Carr, sit him behind Carr. Who else is there?
Because I think that if you can make Carr work out for the next 3 or 4 years, I mean, look at their division. Who do you really got?
What's Carr? 31.
Do what?
Let's see.
I
32.
30?
32.
Oh, it's 32 already?
Yeah, I'm taking Levis here.
I don't think Carr was the problem with that Raiders team, though.
I don't agree. I'm saying let him learn. Let him sit and learn.
Plus, here's the thing: we keep talking about that 5th year is huge, man. So
especially for a quarterback,
I mean, if you think he's going to be okay, I mean that 5th year is absolutely huge now,
especially at this pick spot too, because the dollar value is dropping.
Correct.
Drastically. It's kind of like the same as Lamar.
I agree with letting a rookie quarterback sit for a few years, but that's just not what we see in the NFL anymore. I mean,
but you see what it's doing to quarterbacks is that they're not having success.
Well, the later round picks ones aren't. No, I mean,
none of them are. I mean, look how long it took Trevor Lawrence. It took him.
That first year shouldn't count for him, though. I mean, he had Urban Meyer kicking players because
but most quarterbacks that come in the top 10 are in absolutely horrendous situations to begin with, and then they're thrown in to start. And
I mean, Mac Jones looks good.
That's
what I was expecting.
He looked worse this year than he did his first year.
There's stats that prove that one. That ain't an assumption.
Yeah. So I mean, you throw these guys, you throw these guys right into the fire, and 95% of them are burning up. You got your Joe Burrows and your Justin Herberts that are able to step up into those situations, and now everybody expects that to be the quarterback. Like you draft them, they should be able to start.
I do think that draft was an anomaly. I mean, you had Burrow, Tua, Herbert, Jalen Hurts. I mean, that's a tough stack to.
Yeah,
that's going to rank up with like the 83 with Jim Kelly and Dan Marino, and I mean,
the 04 with Manning and Rivers and
04 as well. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But even with that, like Jalen Hurts wasn't Jalen Hurts the first 2 years.
He showed some glimpses at the end of that second year, but this last year was a major leap forward for him. Yeah.
Right. But it took a couple years for it to come together and a really good team around him.
That first year, he sat behind Wentz for half the season, didn't he?
Yes.
I thought he sat behind Wentz for a little bit, which that's not someone you want your quarterback watching.
Yeah, but you got to see everything you're not supposed to do, so it worked out.
That's a great way to do it.
It's not just that. I mean, the intricacies, this is a completely different ball game. People, I mean, and for the quarterback, the speed, the change of the game, like, hey.
I also think
what do you think, Russ? You're awfully quiet. Come on, you're my football guy, man. You're supposed to have an opinion.
Man, I think I know football, and then I sit here and listen to you guys chatter. Obviously, sorry, my head was too far in the XFL this year. So.
Now I don't know. I mean, these rookie quarterbacks. I mean, they're just put in a bad position to start out, and I think that's the mistake that everybody's making. You're making such a financial commitment to them that you're expecting the Joe Burrow performance, but that's not. I don't think that's the realistic expectation. I don't think it can be, and it's proven not to be. That's an anomaly. Then it's not the norm. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, even Patrick Mahomes sat out the whole first year, except for the very, very last game. I mean, they've all had the time to sit and learn. Some take longer, some take less, but they've all needed, except for Joe Burrow, who stepped right in and hasn't seemed to miss a beat. But that's not normal.
We can throw Justin Herbert in that conversation as well, by the way.
Hey, he still sat out like 5 games before he got in there, right?
One
game.
It wasn't the second game, was it?
Man hurts.
I thought it was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and that was only because the damn trainer punctured his lungs. Stop
they tried to kill him. Okay, well then I take that back then. I thought it was like 4 or 5 games in the season. But yeah, that's just not the norm.
It shouldn't have happened that way. It shouldn't have happened that way.
Yeah, that was crazy. So, but I think these guys need to sit. So what did we just miss? The Saints took
Brian Brees.
That's the guy you wanted, right? Yeah. So
it's a Dennis Allen pick.
I think they need to sit if they have a decent team around them.
Hey, let me call you right back.
If they're dog crap around them, they need to be on that field getting experience. That's the way I see it. Like look at Mr. Relevant, Brock Purdy. Like, he had a decent team around him. He was able to jump right in and start making things happen. So I
think if you have good weapons, it makes everything easier. But yeah, for most of the teams that are drafting in the top 10, you don't have a good team. Like you look at the Colts, Russ is a perfect example of this right now. Like they need a quarterback, something fierce, but they got a nice team in place like that you could potentially plug a quarterback into and they can have success. But then, you look at, the Texans, for example, like they don't have a lot of offensive weapons there. So that like CJ Stroud's going to take a beating to begin with. Same with Carolina. Like the offense is terrible.
I think that was the only decent quarterback to be drafted, and I think he's just going to become a Baker Mayfield, just going to be drafted between team or traded between team to team, just because he doesn't have talent around him.
He doesn't have the luxury of.
You look at what the Panthers had to give up just to get there. I mean, they had to give away his best weapon, DJ Moore.
Yeah, plus first round picks next year. So you're not even replenishing you're not even putting money back into the bank because you don't have picks now. So you're asking him. You're asking him to climb a mountain that he's not equipped to climb. So it's just it puts him in such a bad position to be successful. I don't know.
I think his one saving grace might be that he has Frank Reich as a head coach. And Frank Reich gets a lot of crap for how that ended with the Colts.
Yeah.
But I think that he was doing wonders. He had, of course, I'm biased, but he had Philip Rivers for a year. And Philip Rivers was not a bad quarterback for that Colts team. For as old as he was.
I think Russ could talk about that. There's one thing you do know, Russ, is the Colts.
I'll put my tinfoil hat on there and say he wanted Wentz so bad that he made Rivers retire because – I wanted Rivers back for another year. As much as I hated the guy in the Chargers uniform.
Dadgum.
He had a noodle for an arm and everything, but he got everything done the way he needed to. And
that's the best year you guys have had in the last since Luck retired, right? Competitive in the playoff.
Yeah.
Another year with him, I think we would have done all right. But
that was his best chance to get a ring, and that's why I wish he would have came back. I hate that he never got a chance at the ring.
Yeah, we had a pretty solid team that year, and it was pretty disappointing to go out the way we did.
Tell me, Russ, how did you stay awake during the Broncos and the Colts game?
Cool. That overtime thriller.
Oh man, that one was rough.
That was rough.
I did love watching each team punt 19 times. Never thought I'd see the day.
I felt like I was watching hockey on a football field. So
that's probably the best way you could have possibly described that game.
It
a 0-0 hockey game.
If you can watch that game as a fan of either team, you'll be fine. You never have to question your fandom again.
That's the truth.
Yeah. I think I watched that game at different levels of tiredness. I watched it on my computer at first. I was like, gosh, it's getting boring. And moved to my couch, and I was like, whew. Finally laid in bed, and I was like, all right, I'm eventually going to fall asleep to this. Sure enough, the game ended.
Yeah, last year was tough. Honestly, I don't think what the hell was it, 2-14 year or whatever when we had Curtis Painter as a starter when Manning was hurt. When Manning didn't play and what's his dick from Kerry Collins got hurt against the Steelers.
Oh man,
that's a name.
Yeah,
that's a name, right? That'll bring you back.
Yeah, he got blasted so hard that somehow he got a concussion so bad that he didn't play the rest of the year. So, yeah, it was a rough year. I think we actually had Dan Orlovsky that year too.
Yeah,
that's the
year that he scrambled out of the back of the end zone.
Wasn't that with Detroit?
Well, he was with Detroit then. I think that was the next year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
But
we Dan Orlovsky.
At least that season we knew that it was over, and we had all that.
You kind of went through what Patriots fans are going through now, where you grew up and you had Manning for all those years, and you were used to, at the very minimum, being in the hunt for a playoff spot. And then Manning's gone, and you had Andrew Luck for a little bit, but that wasn't as long-lived as anyone thought it was going to be.
Well, I grew up when the Colts really were bad. When Colts stand for count on losing this Sunday. That's what it stood for. So we had some really bad teams back in the mid to late 80s. And then, everybody thought that Jeff George was going to save us, and that never happened. That was pretty bad. And then Jim Harbaugh came along and, pretty much changed everything. And of course, then Manning. So, yeah, I mean, for the good part of my adult life, we were successful. But, yeah, these last few years, it's been a while since I remember them sucking. But, yeah, hopefully, there's hope, but there's not as much hype as last year with Ryan. I mean, there was just so much hype around him that, oh, man.
I was hopeful because I always liked Ryan. I thought that, he'd be like a retread like Philip was, where you could get him in there for a few years and hopefully get over that line. But
like I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers will be.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue was.
I'm so
$100 million man. Did you see his cap hit for this year and next?
Well, his cap for his hit for this year is like 1.1 million.
Yeah,
very low. Next year it's 74 million.
99 million. Yeah.
So, but they're talking about doing a whole restructured contract before preseason.
Here's the thing, man. If you
can't
win
pay
a Super
anybody
Bowl,
74 million.
Who cares? Honestly, who cares?
I don't know if you could put a team on the field if one player's taking 75 million of this.
It doesn't matter. If you can win this year, it doesn't matter, man. It truly doesn't matter. You will get veterans coming out of the woodwork, just like the Patriots used to, man, that will play for jack shit.
I mean, I would give up 5 years of mediocrity for one ring.
Absolutely.
That's where we're at. Right.
Trust me, coming off a team that used to
you guys got enough. You can let somebody else have a chance.
Yeah. What are you talking about giving up anything?
I don't know, man.
I just feel like it's.
I've thrown a hat to the ground too many times, I feel like. But
I don't know. It's tough because seeing what the Jets have got built with a foundation of young talent, like to lose all of them would be, for a Super Bowl would be great to have the Super Bowl, but to lose like Sauce, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, like to lose that foundation that they're trying to build around just to get one Super Bowl. Like, I don't want to be the Rams. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, but even without Aaron Rodgers,
I want the Patriots 2000s.
Patriots 2000s and even I'd say the Chiefs right now is impossible to plan for, though. I mean, so many things just have to fall your way. That's just it's not the norm anymore.
But I don't know if throwing like 75 million at a 41-year-old quarterback is also the way to do it. So
if you can win, though, I mean, Joe, what was the option?
Exactly. Yeah.
I know this
Jimmy
was
Garoppolo.
Right. You weren't winning shit with them. You weren't.
No.
It's not going to happen.
I'm not mad at them for doing it. I completely understand. And yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, the Jets haven't been to a Super Bowl since '69. So haven't
hit on a quarterback in a draft for forever. You know what I mean?
That's been rough.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
Philly. Are you shitting me?
Philly again got him.
Look
at Philly. Look at Philly. Man.
Dangerous.
Their coach probably thinks that guy is a dog because that's what
Jalen Carter. They're bringing in
freaking Sirianni, man.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm still sour we lost him.
What a beast, man.
Yeah, Hamzar, we lost him too. Trust me. We had him and Steichen on our staff, and we lost both before they were even at their peak.
I can't believe, man, Philly just got so much better.
So my brother texted me, and he goes, they should rename this the SEC Invitational. The SEC Invitational.
That's basically what the first round is, right?
It's insane, man.
Outside of a couple of Iowa guys, I mean,
I can watch SEC football all day long, and I'm not even really a big. I'm not even a specific team. I love watching Bama, but when I was living down in Arkansas, I really got into SEC football. And man, it's just such a different level. It truly is.
Well, yeah, I was down at Keesler this past football season, so just hearing all the Bama chatter and everything. And, those guys are wild down there.
Yeah.
Alabama people are a different breed. They're
that's for sure.
Yeah, when I was down there, that's all we would. Everywhere we went, we did it as a joke, but we would just tell everybody Roll Tide. And that was basically just like a hello, goodbye, and thank you all rolled into one. Like everywhere we'd go.
Down south, you go roll tide, that whole
Roll
restaurant
Tide.
going with you.
Yeah.
Too bad
that's
Jim
what we
went to
did.
sleep. Good thing
Yep.
he went to sleep. You would have nightmares if not.
I heard a bunch of that this year too here in St. Louis. So.
That's crazy.
Russ, I'm probably going to be down there in August, so I'll have to hit you up.
Yeah, for sure, man. Just let me know.
I have to go down to the Edward Jones headquarters there in St. Louis to get my final training, so I'll be down there for like a week.
Cool, yeah. Hit me up, man. Show you around.
We got more
I don't know if I'm excited.
Podcasts right now than not.
I know.
Got
I don't know if I'm
Kansas,
excited
Oklahoma,
to go to
Missouri.
St. Louis in August. I don't know if that's going to be.
Oh, it's humid.
Yeah,
I mean
hot,
it's not
humid, and
south.
disgusting.
It's not south humid, but it's still.
It won't be like Mississippi was last year. I'll tell you that.
No, but hopefully, St. Louis is in town, and I'd love to catch a game there.
Oh yeah,
awesome. So
tickets might be cheap too.
Yeah, the
hey, I think that's
this
15,
year. Huh?
15 first rounders in the last 3 years.
For what?
Look it up.
What I miss? SEC.
No, with the Eagles taking Golden Smith, I think that's 15. 4 of them
for
are,
Georgia.
Or excuse me, 3 of them out of the last 2 years.
And I thought the NIL would spread that out.
No, I guess it's not working too well. Is
No.
it?
National championships, man. They keep attracting them. Bam, it's just insane.
Yeah. So where do you think Kansas City goes to close this out?
Probably like a lineman or something. You know, who'd they get last year? The kid, the edge from Purdue, right?
Karlaftis.
Oh, Karlaftis,
yeah. And he played extremely well. He did, yeah. I mean, towards the end of the year, he played pretty damn good. But I'm sure they'll strike gold somewhere.
So it's showing Michael Mayer is the best fit right now. But could you imagine that tandem of Michael Mayer and
we don't need to talk about that.
Could you imagine that, Alex?
That doesn't need to be a thing. Nope. We do
not
have linebackers this
week. He's gonna make it work.
That could be a reimagining of Gronk and Hernandez.
249. Wow.
They'll take Will Levis. It's fine. We're fine.
If I'm Kansas City, I'm taking Mayer right here. Like
we'll
figure it out.
Why not?
You?
Yeah.
You don't have wide receivers. You don't have Tyreek Hill.
Another weapon or someone on defense. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the slot corner name or receiver out of what's the little receiver's name? Little dude.
Sky Moore?
No, this coming out this year.
He
didn't go
wide receivers. Slot guy, Mingo?
No. Slot receiver. Oh, Zay Flowers already went. Never mind. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, Flowers is gone. He went to.
Hey, but also don't sleep on Hyatt right here. Jalen Hyatt. They got rid of McCole Hardman.
That's true. I'm surprised they did. I'm surprised they didn't take a chance to just to see if he'd be healthy because he was good.
You mean the Jets? The Jets guy? Is that what we're talking about? McCole Hardman, the Jets wide receiver?
And,
him.
I'm saying they replace him. That's their deep threat.
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt right here.
They don't need any more threats. The entire offense is a threat. I mean,
well, they don't have a deep threat.
No. Who's their number one receiver now?
Well, Juju left.
The receiver. Not tight end. The number one wide receiver.
Kelsey puts up receiver numbers. I mean,
I know he does. But who's the actual
yards?
Darius Toney, Sky Moore.
I forgot about
guys. Wow.
So yeah.
Who else?
I put Jalen.
Scanling.
MVS.
Jesus, that's their number one.
Yeah, MVS.
Oh God.
Yes.
They don't have a number one.
They don't have a number one.
Let's leave it like that. Leave it.
I don't think they need
Kelsey's
one.
another year older.
Mahomes is a freak, man.
Supposedly, so last I heard is that Mahomes still isn't 100% from his last injury, that leg injury or that foot injury. They said that even as recently as last week, he's still not quite 100%.
Yeah,
so that's a small piece of hope.
Mahomes is a magician, man. You can't take a freaking ankle when he can still, whether he can run or not, he can still just side throw it and still make touchdowns out of thin air.
He had to have been doped up on more things than we'll ever know about for that last playoff game where he was just broken.
Yeah,
on the
played
field
out of his
broken.
mind.
If there's
After
one
halftime.
fan base that I didn't want to see become successful, it's Kansas City.
Try living here, bud.
Yeah,
I'll share that with you. Oh
Over
no,
New
I
England?
was stationed there for 8 years.
No, Dallas.
Sorry about that.
So that's what developed my hate for Kansas City and KU. So
KU, yeah, 100%.
Wait, you were in Wichita. You weren't in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Close.
Imagine if you were closer.
Try telling people down there that they can't be Chiefs fans because they're not in Missouri.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not even playing Kansas. They don't even play in Kansas.
They don't take it very well.
No.
Just stay a Wildcats fan, you'll be fine.
Oh well, and being out here near St. Louis, and, I'm real friends with a bunch of Mizzou fans, and they hate KU too. So I'm like, all right, sweet, I got some friends out here. But the funny thing is when the Rams left, everybody out here converted to Chiefs fans, and I'm like, you guys make me sick.
They didn't need to do that. Become like Titans fans or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you do when you're a fan of a fan base like St. Louis? Just disappear and go to LA?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know.
I don't know.
Because some people stuck with the Rams, but I think it's just the hatred of Stan Kroenke. Because even, I'll keep bringing it up again. They have not gotten over that. Because I had to hear, "fuck you, Kroenke" chants or whatever at Battlehawks games.
There were still lawsuits going on as recently as this past year about that. But hey, if you're the Chargers and you move cities, you don't have to worry about it because you already alienated your fans years ago. You don't have to worry about making anyone
There's
mad.
like 9 of you guys, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Yeah. Alex, I don't know why you do this to yourself.
I don't know either. I love Dane, I guess.
You should just be a Chiefs fan like the rest of Kansas.
All of the Chargers fan base can fit inside of a high school football stadium, so.
Yeah. Yeah. With all the high school football
we
fans.
Very many. We played at a high school stadium a couple years ago, so that makes sense.
All right, so the pick is in for number 32.
That's classy.
I wonder who it's going to be. We'll have to see. And another year 3 of our live draft show is coming to an end already, John. This is crazy.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, good.
No, last tidbit. So, just got some notice. My dad was at Jacksonville. He works, does volunteer work for them. And Robinson's going to be out 4 games. They haven't announced it yet, but it'll be 4.
4.
And they're talking about already cutting. He signed him a 3-year deal, and all the guaranteed money goes away after year 2. This is year 2, so that's why they drafted the tackle. I didn't factor that in.
Oh boy!
So they went. Kansas City went defensive end Felix.
That's odd.
And Nutki Uzama.
Is that the K-State kid?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kansas State. Yep.
Yeah. Hometown kid.
Oh,
damn it! I wanted him. I would love to see a K-State around the Chargers.
Another defensive end.
Can't root for him now. That sucks.
Kansas City is on the clock.
So him and Karloff is probably going to be bouncing off each other.
How did Kansas City get the first pick in round 2?
I don't think they do. I think Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Cardinals Cardinals.
Oh.
Now Pittsburgh has the first pick.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has the first pick in round 2, but I don't remember. I don't know how they got that. That's interesting.
Because they traded
for Kansas City, the Tooney pick, right?
Huh?
That's the Tooney pick, right?
No, that's the what's the receiver they traded? Claybrooks. Remember Pittsburgh they traded Claybrooks.
Oh, Claypool?
Claypool to the Bears.
Chicago, that's right.
So that's how they got this pick.
They got a second for that. That's right.
Oh.
That's right, Claypool.
Oh boy, that's
That's going to be interesting tomorrow to see how they go with that. So cool. Well, this was definitely a different show than we've normally done. So that wraps up round 1. So yeah, I mean, that was fun. It was great to have everybody on here and get a bunch of different perspectives and have some good chats. And Russ, I know next year you're going to do your homework and be like back to the guy that I know that that knows everything inside and out.
Yeah, I was busy this spring. So
yeah, I've seen on Facebook. You got a lot of shit going on. So, but yeah, Colby, it's good to finally meet and see you. Like I said, man, I've always thought you were friends with John, being a Patriots fan. I had no idea.
I'm friends with all in one, you know. So.
Yeah, no, it's good to
Colby,
finally
we
have you on
are
the
friends.
show.
Don't worry, we didn't have to meet before.
Listen,
man.
Patriots fans, whether we hate each other or not, we're in it together. Okay,
We
you
are.
may like to a degree. I know you don't like, but you may like respect. That, you know? I don't. Okay. We're together in a way.
Trust the process, Colby. That's all I gotta say.
Belichick knows best. We just don't know it. We just don't see it. You know.
Exactly. Great pick. Hey, you're gonna love his first round pick. I'm telling you.
I think you guys finally had a good pick. So I do. But yeah, all right, guys. So thank you all for joining us, and
Good
for those
seeing
watching.
everybody again. This was fun. Good time.
Yeah.
Good
It's been too long.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck in y'all seasons. I hope in my division, whoever's here, y'all don't have success, but you know, it's whatever. So
Rustin, you already know what it is. So
yeah, I can't say shit until we actually start winning games. So
yeah,
hey, Travis, maybe I'll see you in the playoffs again. Maybe 28 points to 0 is enough. I don't know. We'll find out.
We're gonna see you guys. We're gonna see you all way before that because we're Fantasy Slant's going to be doing every Sunday. We're going to do some fantasy draft shows, predictions, and helping you guys draft some players for your teams. And again, every Sunday morning, we're going to be here sharing lineups and sits and starts and sits and all the good stuff. So get you ready for fantasy football. So
I just want to say something real quick, though.
Yeah.
I just noticed that every one of these fan bases has given a Colts fan the disappointment of ending their season. Jets in the playoffs, the Jaguars 2 years ago, the Chargers always seem to beat us in the playoffs for whatever reason.
Yeah,
and
the
Patriots go without saying. So
yeah.
If you need a new team, I mean, we're hiring.
I think the Jets have a little bit of room left now that Aaron Rodgers is here. So get on quick if you're going to. But.
Not money wise, but you know.
Yeah. But yeah, if you are still watching, please subscribe and come back. Get your fantasy football game ready, and we will help you every week. Make sure your lineup's set. And John, I know you're keeping track just as well as I do. I'd say 90+% of the time, the advice is spot on. So
as the winner of last year, it is true.
Say, thank you, Colby. There we go.
Well last year.
Yeah, so we did good. All right, guys. So thank you, guys. All you guys, thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. And we'll see you guys all real soon.